The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time
Caller.
First-time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First-time listener, long-time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
Just one hit, and I gotta go.
You asshole.
Oh, you guys, we've got some fun stuff to talk about tonight. We're getting into it tonight. I don't know what is going on with our stuff, but it is off base, off kilter. That's okay. That is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, and we've got some very interesting drama alert stuff tonight that we are definitely going to get into. Very interesting stuff. I've also got our boys from Hive joining us here in a second. I'll bring them up. And I also got the crew. What up? Richie, Sean, Big Leg, Red Hood. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Just putting
Sorry,
together
that's
some
my
last...
whole gym Nance. That's all I got.
Sorry.
Ready for the Azaleas tomorrow. Tiger teeing off at 7:18. So let's go.
Yeah.
What are the odds on Tiger to win it? What is he minus? I mean, plus 500.
I didn't check, man. He's gonna have a hard time on that leg, but hey, it'll be like 23rd time making the cut or something if he does. So I'd be content with watching 4 days of him.
Yeah. Bro, he played with a broken leg, dude.
Yeah,
like, my money's on Tiger.
Yeah, I was at his last one. I was at 2019 when I bought the gear. I had we actually got out there. We got Tuesday practice round, so it was a pretty good time.
Yeah, not bad, dude. Not bad at all. So, yeah. All right, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight, you guys. We are going to talk about Spider-Boy. We're going to talk about Into the Spider-Verse. We're going to talk about some card stuff. We're going to talk about some other good stuff. But we've got some really important stuff to talk about tonight. Some very interesting stuff happened again at C2E2 this week. Kind of blew me away. And you know how it works. We got to get into it. This is a special edition of the Drama Alert.
Drama!
Into the into the
Oh boy, here we go. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to add one more combatant to the arena. Our boy Jonathan from Hive joins us. who is actually.
What's up, guys?
What up, John?
Jonathan, you were actually at C2E2 this week, man. Other than this stuff that we're going to talk about here in a second, what was the overall vibe from you from C2E2?
The overall vibe was, people were stoked that, cons were kicking back, the C2E2, like, pickup wise wasn't very good. I mean, I even went searching for pre-code horror books, and, I asked some people that knew some reputable, pre-code horror dealers, and they were like, oh, go here. Nothing really, unless I wasn't looking to spend $6 to $10 grand really on a book,
Yeah.
But other than that, like, there was no real super big rush to a variant, or other than that, I heard from other people like, oh, there was drama, but I don't know. I ignore that shit most of the time.
Yeah,
it was no acetate. You know what I mean? It was no acetate.
Yeah. You were sticking and moving, basically.
Yeah. I mean, all I did was, like, I hung out at Jenny Frizen's booth and got tons of books signed by her. Grabbed some stuff from some other guys we're going to talk about.
You grabbed Jenny Frizen. What?
Yeah. Jenny Frizen's. So
what?
Well, she's one of the best.
I'm just playing.
Not just artist, but she waited for so long with all the lines with everybody. It was like 3 free books because the weekend before was WonderCon. So, yeah. 10 days ago or whatever, man, she was out here just a asset to the comic community besides artistic talent.
Yeah, she's friendly as hell. Like,
yeah.
She was the only one, I think, in the whole convention wearing a fucking mask, though.
Really?
That
surprises me. I'll be honest.
I'll say though, dude, there were probably some celebrity things or like whatever that I wasn't privy to. But at her hours, she had her hours posted. I wish some of the bigger artists would do this. She had her schedule specifically posted when you could meet her. There were lines before the time. I mean, people are like in her grill, like for hours at a time, like one after another, like
Trish at Baltimore.
So
like Trish at Baltimore.
Yeah. So I'll put it. Whoever.
Hold on, real quick, Sean. I have to interrupt you 1 second, and you're gonna want me to interrupt you on this. Just a heads up, you guys. The private chat. Don't use the private chat tonight in StreamYard for everybody on the show. Don't use it for some reason. There's some weird thing going on with StreamYard where it's showing up on the screen sometimes, and it's been doing that to me. So use the Beyond Wednesdays Google chat or something if you want, but don't use the private chat unless you're okay with people seeing it. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
That's hard. You mean talking to the four
yeah,
of us,
right? to you guys. Yeah, everybody on the show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you. What you were saying.
So we can't talk shit about people in the private chat. Oh man.
Don't worry, we're gonna talk shit about people during the show tonight. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. Go ahead, Sean. I didn't mean to keep interrupting you.
No, I mean I'm just saying for someone with that like amount of exposure to people, and you don't. I don't. Dude, I have the immune system of a cockroach. I wash my insides thoroughly with alcohol constantly to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? We don't know what's up with people's bodies.
That's true.
You know, my mom was back on a mask for unfortunate reasons. So.
Yeah, dude, that's a bummer. My mom's actually sick too, which sucks.
Yeah.
But that's how it works.
I saw a lot more artists this year do the exact same thing you were talking about, like post there. I'm gonna be here at noon. I'm gonna be here at noon today, and Frizen was like 5 minutes early, so she could set up, and at noon she was like ready to go.
Yeah,
and
that's good to do because it's hard to do for all day or for people to take laps. Because I've taken lots of laps around shows. I'm not the biggest meet and greet guy, and I'm not commissioning my own stuff or anything like that. So it's like when I get a chance to meet you or, after if you're out or something like that, then yeah, I definitely get to meet people. But I do appreciate that. So some of the people I made rounds to at many of these cons, or I'll be like, oh, the line's super long. You come back and they're not there and you just never know. So, especially even if you keep your window small, like she's doing 2 to 3 hours at a time, that's plenty,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, she's lucky She's lucky. There were some not so lucky creators at the con this week, and we're going to get into that right now. So I started getting texts and phone calls. I think, was it Sunday? Might have been Sunday that I started getting. It was either Sunday or Monday. I think it might have been Sunday, where there was some hubbub, some bullshit, some fuckery going down at C2E2, and it really surprised me. It wasn't some douchebag, retailer, which there are a lot of them out there. It wasn't some, douchebag, IG guy or personality. It wasn't anything like. It was the straight up publisher and the creators of said book. For those of you guys that didn't hear,
where's Ant, by the way? Why didn't that guy come on?
Yeah, Ant. I tried to get a hold of him. I couldn't get a hold of him. So.
Laura's watching.
Laura's watching. Yeah. I would. They have the link. I know that they're probably a little busy watching on the phone, but you guys, they're more than welcome to jump on. So basically, some of the stuff that I've heard is that there was at least two variants, exclusive variants that were created for this latest 8 Billion Genies issue. Both of those books shared variants. I'm thinking shared variants is what I was hearing, okay? Including some people that you guys know and love that we talk about a lot about on the show. I will say I did not hear it from those people, so don't worry, Image. The people that you're putting these books you're doing business with, they're golden. And this is what I heard. I heard that these two variants were supposed to come out about 2 weeks ago. They've already been purchased. They were put up for sale back in February, I want to say. And they were supposed to come out a few weeks ago. Well, Image decided to push them back to like the end of April. And then
actually the creators pushed them back.
The creators pushed them back. Thank you. Again, that's why I'm glad we have Jonathan here. So the creators pushed them back to the end of April. And then something happened where somebody saw that said creators were selling said books that were supposed to be pushed back, that were retailer exclusives, that were supposed to be in the retailer exclusive hands at this point so they could sell them too. Said creators were selling those books on their table. And not only that, selling other variants that had come out in the past from certain retailer exclusives. So this is to me, and you. I'm just laying the stage so we can talk about it. That's what I want to do here. I want to lay the stage so we can all kind of talk about it, what we think about it, and what I've heard. Okay. So bottom line, Ryan Brown and Charles Soule decided to print extra copies of a retailer exclusive variant that is limited, by the way. That is limited, probably to what, like 800 copies? What were they limited to?
One was I think the 5 variants that they were selling, 3 of them were limited to 444. One was limited to only 88. And another, I forget what Ants was, probably 400 or 500.
Wow. Okay, so we know.
Do you know which ones? Like, can we list rather? Do we know specifically? Ants means Bird City.
It was all number 8. So Ants Mario cover. Our homies at Spectral Comics, they had 2 Minion covers. One was limited to 88, and then there was a rainbow that was limited to like 300. There they are. And then me and my partners with El Rey Comics and Nomos did those 2 Last of Us covers, which were C2E2. Well, and then the bottom ones were Schmalky covers. C2E2 and MegaCon exclusives that we couldn't sell at the cons because they pushed them back.
Which are these books, right? Let me find those real quick for you. These books, right?
You can barely see the
here, right? Were they these?
Oh, those were the one. Those were their books.
Okay, yeah. So these, so here's what they did. They originally, I'm not saying originally. What would have been cool is if they would have just done this. These were 2 books that they had done specifically for C2E2, Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. And these 2 books were supposed to be the books that they were selling at the show, right? I mean, for that, and that would have been totally fine. If that was the case and that's how they did it, no problem. Like, game is just great. We're good to go. Continue, play on. But the problem is that they weren't only selling these books; they were selling these books too. And Ryan Brown put it out on Instagram.
Yeah,
like what was
no fucking shame, bro. You know what I mean? That's some bullshit because the retailers have already paid these artists money, and for the print run, and for Ryan Brown to go and just print up more, it puts into question, the retailers talking about the exclusivity of these books.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I talked to Laura earlier. She texted me and I feel for them because they grind and they work hard and
Hive
it's
grinds
a slap
and works
in the
hard.
It's a slap in the fucking face.
Who are the other
dude.
retailers? Spectral grinds and works hard.
No Moss.
What is who else? Is Rabbit Comics one of them? I don't know if they're one of them.
El Rey.
El Rey.
Not Rabbit.
So there's multiple retailers here that now their print count is question, right? Once you start saying that, if your print count is at question, you guys, I don't care what other retailers think. There's a lot of retailers out there that keep on doing it, thinking that it doesn't matter. It matters. Once your print count is at question, that's your reputation. Yeah. That's a big deal. You lose a lot of rep, especially behind the scenes. You lose your reputation takes a big hit if people find out that you're fucking around on the print count. We've always said that. Fuckery is afoot here. We know that is happening. By the way, you guys, real quick, I want to remind everybody we do have the Discord open. The link is in the chat. You guys can jump in the Discord. Go hit up the Wednesday night stage. It is live now. And if you guys want to talk to us, you can talk to us. I'll bring you on the show if you want to call in. Otherwise, for everybody that's part of the Beyond Wednesdays crew in the Google Hangout for the show hosts, the link is in there for the show. You're more than welcome to come on. If there's anybody that wants to come on, hit me up. I'd love to hear from more people. That being said, let's continue this. Okay, so where were we?
Can we go up to Trish Forstner's comments up there? She says the creators get comps of all the books.
And that's what we're going to get to.
But the creators can also print more if they want, FYI.
True.
And that's
True.
what we didn't know.
I didn't realize the reprint part. I do know they get comps. I do know other people at different companies get comps of books. I know that.
But
this is the problem.
Here's the biggest problem. Well, I mean, there's a lot of problems with this, but number one, the guy in charge of Image was great with me when he apologized. And he told me this before. He said, okay, so, and we knew they get like 20 comps. Awesome. Great. You know what I mean? But these guys are the only creators that have ever gone like crazy and printed a whole bunch more. Tons.
I don't think the public, you guys, knows. We don't have a problem about creators getting comps. But I don't think the public knows about this thing where creators are able to go back to the printer and tell the printer to print more. And not only print more, print 50% of the print count.
But not only that,
the integrity of Image as well, because I mean, it's got to be. If it's not printed, it's got to be listed as 4th print, 6th print, 2nd print, 12th print, whatever the F.
And they're using.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sean.
They're using art that us retailers helped create, paying for.
Yeah,
and then they're printing pretty much. They're printing their own print run, and not talking like I would be. If we could discuss it before we even pre-sold our books, and said, okay, this guy's like, I want to do 100 of those extra. All right, well, let's see if Image can freaking print like creator copies on the back of their books or some shit like that.
Yeah,
right. Make those an exclusive, right?
Or give us okay, we're gonna use your cover and print more. I'm like, hey,
at least comp you back for what you paid the artist for, man. That's fucking bullshit, dude.
Here's what's crazy. You know what? There's also word coming out that they were on Brown's website. What is this about?
Dude, they've been on there for weeks. Probably a
Come
month.
on.
They're still on there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a bitch move, dude. I don't care
Well,
what
here's-
anybody said. That's a bitch move.
Here's the question, and here's my question. I would like to know if there's any other than creators, and by the way, we're not taking a stance against creators on this. Like this is just something a lot of us didn't know. I mean, does there anybody out there that's not on the creator side that knew that you could go back to the printer for retailer exclusive variants? I understand being able to say to the creator, you can go back to the printer because you own 8 Billion Genies, right? You can go back to the printer on the stuff that the regular issues and the regular ratio variants or whatever, but you can't do it on retailer exclusives because that's the money that we're letting the retailer exclusives make. That we're keeping open shops because of this, you know. So I want to know if there's anybody out there that knew this.
That's a great point, Brian, about shops.
Yes,
keeping them open.
Businesses,
building the community, man.
Just businesses in general, like Hive, Jonathan and James have family, so they probably each got 5 people on them that depend on them. We look at Bird City. Bird City's got 5 people that depends on them plus employees, and I'm sure Hives have some employees throughout the year. You know, like that's a big deal, and these books don't all sell out. So it just, I don't know, man. I don't know. And that's why I'm bringing it to discussion tonight on the special edition of the Drama Report, you guys, of the Comic Book Drama Report. It's very interesting, man.
You know, what was even worse is, so we get to the con, we go up to the table, we're like the first of 5 people at the table. They got this little sheet, little handout that they hand out to people in line that shows you a list of everything that's on there. And we saw all these variants on there, and we threw a fit right away. Like, what's this all about? Do you guys really have these right now? And they told us, no, we don't have those. Those were maybe going to be here, but they're not going to be here. Okay. So, you know, a little sigh of relief. We went up, bought our books. We talked for a little bit. I left Saturday night. They didn't put these books out till Sunday.
Ooh, that's when I started getting calls.
The day after, like the 2 retailers that were there that were involved with these, the day after we left, they put them out. Kind of crazy.
Oh man. Trish Forstner said, I think you only get the shot when they go to the printer for the initial press. So when they ordered them when they sent the book to press. So they knew that they were going to order these the whole time. Is basically what you're going to say. What you're saying, Trish, that like they had to order these when the initial print run happened. They couldn't go back to the print.
No, they had to.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. So like if Jonathan says, okay, we're going to do a 100 print run on this book, they could go behind Jonathan and order another 50 without Jonathan knowing. And then Jonathan says, this is only a 100 print run. And then come to find out there's 50 more fucking copies.
They could order another 1,000 if they wanted to.
Wow.
And they don't have to tell you.
All right. You just said they can order another 1,000 if they wanted to.
Dude, that is fucking ridiculous.
They can order, even after they get their like 20 comps each, they are allowed to order as many as they want, from what I was told. Extra.
Bro, this
what
is
if it's a 200 print
shit,
run?
dude.
If it's a 200 print run book, they can order 1,000 of them if
This
they
is
want.
this is legit actually pissing me off.
Wow, dude.
And I understand that people are saying that in the chat that they've been trying to say this for people. Certain people have been trying to tell us for ages. Here's what I remember always being told: there's comps available, right, for the retailer and creator, and that if they wanted more, they could get more, but they couldn't. They're not going to go crazy, right? It didn't sound like they were printing 50% of the print run.
No, not even close. Most creators have been happy getting their 20 comps. And usually, even on top of that, sometimes, depending on how close we are with the creators, we send them more sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This is so interesting, man. So okay,
dude, that's so dirty,
dude,
though,
so
man.
Also, man, they gotta think of it. Fucking Bryan Brown knew his shit was optioned, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So there's it's like you got insider trading going on too.
Yeah, that's his insider trading.
Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel, bro.
God damn.
So here's my question for Jonathan and all the other retailers out there. Are you notified when the artist or the creator? You're not notified. Are you told in any type of contract that this can happen?
No.
Whoa.
No.
I thought I was super stoned, but man, Jesus.
I was explained to this. What was it? It was yesterday morning in an email by
Thorough,
Image.
I'll send you the link, bro. You don't need to jump in the Discord. I'll send you the link, Thorough. Go ahead,
bro.
John.
This
Sorry.
is gonna blow Thorough's mind, bro.
No, I was told in an email yesterday morning to the extent that they could print extras, and I had no clue.
Wow.
We weren't warned. We weren't told. Even Image was like, "Hey, if I knew they were going to be dropping them like at the conventions, I probably would have notified you guys."
Hey man, think about the bad retailers out there that lie about their print run, and then come to find out, hey, wait a minute, I'm being lied to too. That's so fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, what sucks is that this is I think we just figured out the lesson that this is if somebody knows that their shit is optioned, they have this opportunity. Now, I will say that no offense to Ryan Brown or whatever you mean, it's usually like a Mark Waid or Scott Snyder that knows they're optioned. You know what I mean? Scott Snyder's not setting up a booth to sell extra books at a con. Right? You know what I mean? Like
not even Mark Millar, bro. That guy knows.
He doesn't do that. Yeah. Did I say Wade? I meant Millar.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My question is this, real quick, is when they do stuff like that, are they obligated, or do they at least talk to the publisher or the distributor to let them know, hey, we print more of these, so they have it on their books?
Image wasn't aware of it until another retailer had him look into how many extras were printed. Like if he wouldn't have looked into it, we never would have fucking known.
Bro.
Somebody would have just said, "Hey, they got a ton of them on their website." And I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. You go on a website, you can try to fill your cart with 150 copies. And if there aren't 150 available, it's going to tell you what's left most of the time.
Right.
So, I mean, we went on their website and was like, holy shit, like really? Like,
wow. Of your variant?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And ants and spectrals, all of them.
So they printed over 100 of each of these fucking variants.
Do you guys have legal precedent? Have you talked to a lawyer or anything like that?
We're a friend of mine who's involved at El Rey Comics. He's talking to his lawyer about it. Yep.
Wow.
What? Jesus! Like this throws everything off. If man, I don't know.
Especially a book like that, huh, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't. He did that, but he didn't sell out of them. So he kept bringing them around like stranger.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck, they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
they had the M-Tame variants in the same box.
One thing about the creators doing this is like, I get it. Like, okay, our shit's optioned. We're kind of a big deal right now. All the, like a bunch of the books for number 8 sold out super quick. They're great covers. And I get like, but hey, have the respect to be like, oh, hey, Hive Comics, like, what do you think about this? You know? Or we'd like to take these around to our cons. What do you think? Like, okay, maybe we agree to them printing 100, but they can only take 10 copies to every con they're going to this year. And they can't put them on their website, you know?
Yeah. So they call up Hive, hey, John, just so you know, you've been telling everybody there's only 500. Well, there's 1,500.
Yeah.
Just so you know. I don't want to make you out to be a liar, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No shit. No shit, Mel. This shit is wicked, bro.
I sent out the link to Thorough on your IG, Thorough, and Mel, you're more than welcome to jump on too if you want, bro. Let me know. Anybody that wants to jump on, just let me know. I'll see it. Yeah, this is crazy shit, man. I don't know where this is gonna head. This could be a thing that like a lot of people have known about. It's one of the reasons why I'm really getting this industry show, trying to get this industry show wrapped up and get started, because I want to start hearing from some of the guys who have been part of this industry for a long time that know that some of these things that aren't necessarily talked about. And I'm not saying people got to come on here and fucking put somebody on Front Street. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about if this is a thing that has been known about for a while, then we should know about it. Like
yeah,
this.
but it's a thing because it's understood that 20 copies of a comp. You know what I mean? Like, okay, because you're still in that will, because if you say that you printed 100 copies, 20 could be damaged.
Yeah,
right?
Uh-huh.
So if they're comp 20 copies, you're still whole at that 100 print count. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But for them to go and print 500, or like John said, like there was 160 in the cart, bro, that's way out of bounds, dude.
Well, here's the other thing. Did anybody contact and try and talk to Ryan Brown or Charles Soule?
We reached out. Well, I know Ant reached out on Instagram. And a couple of us made comments on his Instagram. He immediately pulled that post. So I don't know if I haven't talked to Ant. I don't know how much of a conversation he got to have with him, other than he just pulled that shit and was like, "Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't do that."
Yeah.
But Bryan, for the life of me, like Bird City or Hive, they paid these artists. They sometimes they have to pay them a couple of grand to do this exclusive art. So, I mean, they paid out of their pocket. And now you basically pretty much try to water down their product and put their integrity into question when you're printing that much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thorough, I see you in there, bro. If you want to jump on the Discord, you're more than welcome to jump down to the Wednesday night collectible show. And then there's a thing going on, and you can raise your hand and I can bring you in, or you can jump on the StreamYard, whatever you want, man. Yeah, man, this is crazy. This is beyond crazy. I forget who put it. It might have been Thorough that put it in here that C2E2 can't have a fucking never a dull moment with C2E2, man. Never a dull moment.
Oh, dude, last year I just had I didn't go to get all this bullshit going.
Yeah,
I'm not paying attention to shit by Sunday, but
this is some crazy shit, man. This is some
Acetate
shit that
Gate happened before I got there because I was at the Raider game.
Well, here's the question: is this crazier than Acetate Gate?
To be honest, I don't know if it's crazier, but it is because it pulls back the veil. Yeah,
we see the
wizard. We're getting to see some shit. The thing is, like I said, this is just like Acetate Gate. Freaking, this is a perfect storm. You know what I mean? You had someone, like I said, insider trading, someone with prior knowledge. If these were, which I would imagine they were, because it's got to be expensive to reset up a print run, and obviously of good authority, if this is pretty much how that they did it, that the people had the opportunity to print it from the get-go, because they're not going to reset it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It said that in the artists too. You know what I mean? I'm really glad we actually have
Trish
the artists in there.
Joe says
print more UF4s.
No, so as far as we know, they can't go back.
And a bunch of people got ripped off.
Yeah, as far as we know, they can't go back to the print after they already did it. So like I don't know if that's the case. There's going to be some stuff that really pops up on here, and gives us this is the cracks forming. Here's the other question: is this just Image because they own their own product, right? Is this just Image because they own their own product, or is this Marvel and DC too? I understand, like, if Image is going, hey, listen, they own their own stuff, and so we let them go back to the printer. Makes sense. I'm all for it. I'm all for it every day. If they're doing it on like the A covers, I mean, they own it. They can do whatever they want. If they want to devalue their their product, they can do that. But don't devalue somebody else's product. And in the retailer incentive game right now, that is one of the biggest issues. Is there's so many people out there that are either devaluing their own product or having somebody else devalue it by selling it for less than what it's sold for out the gate. So if the publisher is letting creators do this, knowing that that's happening, I mean, it's obvious. You print 50% more of a print run and sell it before that these guys can even sell it themselves, that's a problem. Because how many people at C2E2 bought those books that would have bought them from Hive, Bird City, El Rey, whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man. International Comics says, seems like more of the system in place being at fault than the creators. That's a great question. Do we hold? Do we look at Charles Soule or Charles Soule and Ryan Brown as like the bad guys here?
Yeah.
Is it the
Who's
publisher
accountable?
that's the bad guy? Is it both? Is it both that are accountable? Like Richie is saying, who do we hold accountable here? That's my question.
Well, I think it's both, but you also have to think about this: Soule and Brown are reps. They have a rep. It's comic sketch art, so
they go through comic sketch art.
Okay.
Huh? So what does that mean? What does that mean? Do you so when you have something done by them, say, do you have to go through comic sketch art, or do you go through them?
I mean, technically, they're at the con with cons with comic sketch art. So, I mean, it really kind of depends.
Yeah.
You're kind of supposed to go through comic sketch art, but creators won't always go through their reps. They don't have to. But like with variants, we go through the publisher. We don't even talk to the creators most of the time. Almost all the time. Nothing to do with the creator.
Wow.
Of the actual book.
Yeah, most of the time you're not supposed to, right?
Well, that's with like Marvel and DC.
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting thing. That's the big question to me, is if this happens with Marvel and DC too. Because that's where we start going like, hey, this is a big issue now. Now, do we start taking hits on books that we think that they've done this for? Do we find out? Is there a way to find out which books they've done this to? Are there people out there that know this type of stuff? Yeah, it is textbook bad optics, 100%. Wonder World Comics says they were selling those Breakfast Club variants at the table at Fan Expo, Texas.
Really?
Breakfast Club variants. What?
For Strange Academy, is that what you're talking about, Dennis? Yeah, Three Rivers says, do you guys think that a 1 in 10, a 1 in 25, or 1 in 100 actually have those tiny print runs? They're not going to set up a machine from a manpower standpoint to print 200 copies. Yeah, of course.
No, this isn't just the tip. This is that's old news, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not just the tip, but the whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's it's. I mean, no, they print that many copies to start with. Nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows for sure, but we know that they come to they've come to back diamond sales at different distributors across the country, where other retailers can buy those back variants for possibly pennies or $1 or $2. So they just want to get rid of it. They dump it off. They'll put the 1 in 25 in the back sales. The big dogs get to eat first. The little guy doesn't get to eat, which is bullshit. Because the little retailer that can, bought 25 copies, it gets this one copy, but later on, a big dog gets to go eat a little bit later, and they might get 50 copies at $2 each of a 1 in 25, a 1 in 50, a 1 in 100, 1 in 200, 1 in 1,000. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't say unfortunately, but let's just say I know this better than most people. I have just let's say inside track from different people being around doing this, being a ratio variant follower, and I personally know which popular books are actually rare. You know what I mean? Like some like a lot of the Venom variants, 2011, 2012, aren't that rare. But say the Mary Jane is rare. The Delato Spidey 667 rare. Nobody got extra copies. That shit did not come out. So I mean, not to say there's not a box sitting somewhere, but with Warehouse the way they've been doing the distribution shit like that, you don't really assume so. A modern variant selling for $40,000 on 1 in 25s were in Five Below packs, literally in Five Below packs.
Yeah.
Totally
I
true.
love this.
They're
I
in
love
Five Below
this
packs.
comment.
And not only that, if you scroll back to my Instagram, you'll see me pressing 20, 30 copies of Ultimate Fallout 4 1 in 25s at a time. I've pressed 100 copies. I had one time I had a retailer, and I know where these came from. A retailer. I had a stack of 1 in 25s, probably 20, 25 of them in my hand, raw. The guy just had it in a magazine bag and was like, all right, no, I let people have them for $70. I let people have them for $70 a pop, 75 every single con. So I go to WonderCon, I go to Long Beach, I go to San Diego, whichever. And I'd be like, oh, you're going to get another one? He'd let me have one per con. I'd sell them for $200-$300. Yeah, because I don't want to tell you how many copies without a vet. I never got them in Five Below packs, but we don't have Five Below in California. So we've been seeing this. We've known this forever that these came out. Ultimate Fallout 4 1 in 25 is not rare, but if you look at the sales, you know it's not rare. You can get a copy whenever you want. Like it's not like they're out of them on eBay. You can't get a Delato 667 on eBay like that.
Look at when that guy started throwing up those Venomized variants from those Marvel books back in the day.
Cargo Hold.
Cargo Hold. And
here in California.
That
was Marvel back sales, and he ran through them as fast as he could. All I did was eyeball his sales to see which ones I thought were 9.8. Went in there, bid on the 9.8s, press, grade, repeat, same shit for those, but he's getting 10, 15 of a bunch of them. And the ones he got were the ones there's extra printed of. So it was the Psylocke one, Invincible Iron Man 512, but those sales are gone. Those books are gone. They're not for sale anymore. That's not going to happen again on these old books. That happened with these books, and a lot of those went in people's collections. They came and went. So you'll see it, but it happened. So this is stuff that there's just like not a lot of people know. So when people say, okay, the print run is 5,000 and only 5,000, or say Marvel's 20,000, and then you're going to do the math: 1 in 10, 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 100. That's not how those are printed. I mean, you're going to assume they're going to print more than 1 in 25. They are the 1 in 100. It's not equal print run. It's definitely not 3,000 each. We haven't seen those books. We haven't seen them come out. And with Diamond been liquidated and not having sales, this shit's over. As far as we know, right now, there's not that many crazy Diamond sales anymore. So you're not going to get the 1 in 1,000s going for sale for $5. And it hasn't been the greatest way to do that, but it's still not like tons of them. Smart retailers buy them all. If you have a chance, you buy them all. You don't buy 5 of 30 copies. You fucking buy all 30. Like that's it. You don't even think about it. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, man.
I've watched it happen for years, and it still makes things scarce compared to supply and demand, especially as far as Marvel. It's usually Marvel, especially as Marvel goes. Supply and demand. Still going to make people want those books. They're going to want the ones with the great covers, scarcity or perceived scarcity, but it's never like they printed 10,000 of them. Maybe 800 of them got out instead of instead of where you did the math and you thought there'd only be 200 copies.
How many of those acetate covers do you think Clayton Crane's got sitting in his garage?
He's got 2 big Diamond boxes full of them, bro.
Yeah. Well, this didn't go through Diamond, right? This came straight from Image.
No, I'm just saying a good size.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Holy shit, man. This is the scary part. Trish says, as an artist and creator, I'm so torn on the issue, but more torn towards don't burn your retailers, and that's the biggest problem. Like you've got so many people that rely on selling out their books, especially an exclusive retailer. If it's a exclusive retailer variant,
the retailers are pumping you up, making you sound good, talking about how good Ryan Brown is and all that, and then you go around and screw them over. right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this has been option. Ryan Brown's a great this, great that, and Soul's this and that, and then those two guys turn around and screw the retailers. Like, bro, I've had better friends than that, dude. Come on, man.
This is a great comment. The whole market is predatory until it gets down to the end consumer.
It feels like we caught the Watergate criminals tonight, bro.
We got them. We got them.
We got them, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we need to call the cops, bro.
They ain't in Clayton's garage. They're in his. Whoa, Jesus.
Hey, how many comic guys' wives are in there too?
Well, I did hear from an interesting mouse, a little dormouse that said Clayton was walking around MegaCon like he was the prince of the show, man, and he had his princess all dimed up with him. So
he was dressed with a magician with the cloak, man, looking like fucking Cloak and Dagger.
He had somebody
right?
behind him like spraying smoke, so smoke comes up in front of him whenever he walks.
What's his name's ex-wife with him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's his princess.
Oh,
yeah, that's what he said.
So did could you hear the black flag guy yelling in the back? How do I taste?
No, I think he was too busy like chugging fucking JD, man. He was like, I don't know why I'm here. Why am I watching this? Unless he was making money selling books that are overprinted.
I heard he was trying to for like a day.
Oh, he couldn't handle it. Ugh. I don't know if I could handle it either. If some other dude was walking around with like prancing around like a magician.
Is she worth fighting
he's
for? Is
floating.
she even hot?
I don't know, man. It's all
Beauty's in
subjective.
the eye of the beholder, man.
Yep. And magicians,
not spring chickens, and yeah, she's not unattractive. But
magicians like those limber chicks, so they can put them into boxes and saw them apart. So that's saying something,
bro. I would protest Ryan Brown and Soul, and would never take a part of any of a variant that they did. You know, a book that they did, man.
Well, that's not going to happen, dude. That's not going to happen. It's the same reason that people are still fucking working with Epic Nation. Same reason that people are still working with, Clayton Crane, I imagine. Like,
I guess, man.
It's all
fuck
about
those guys. How about that? Like those guys can go fuck themselves then. I'll say it. I'll say I don't care.
I'll say I know a few people that won't be working with those creators anymore.
There we go.
For sure.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. People that's how we say what we really how we really feel is how you.
Hey,
spend
Jonathan said there was only 500 of these.
Yeah.
No, they're not. You remember when who was that chick on Superman when she goes, "Hey Lex, my mom lives in Hackensack, New Jersey," and he goes, he looks at his watch, he goes, "No." Oh, Tessbacher, Miss Tessbacher.
Yeah, ultimately it is up to the consumers. Yeah, you vote with your dollars. But here's the problem: I imagine that buying has been in the shitter lately for a lot of comics, and the sad part is that I bet you they sell more copies out of. Well, here's the question. This is a question. I shouldn't be saying I bet you because I'm not an industry person, right? I don't know. Here's my question for the industry: when an image book like 8 Billion Genies comes out, does it sell more regular copies or does it sell more retailer exclusive variant copies? And I'm not saying like from one. I'm saying from all the different retailers out there, right? Because it's the same guts inside. Do more copies get sold of the regular or the retailer incentive between all the different retailers? That's my question.
It just depends on the book, on how many retailers jumped on, like World Tree, right? World Tree, there was like 47 variants, and I think almost all of them sold out. I'm guessing there were more retailer variants sold than regular copies.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
There were a lot of regular flippers that I've talked to that were like, I bought 100 copies just so I could get the one in 100. And but I think that's pretty rare for a lot of people to do that.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
But with Tinian, I think everybody was doing it. I really do.
Yeah. And think about it. Most books, I mean, that's $300 or $400. You have the backup copies, and if you're not only getting the 1/100 for art, then you're hoping to make money on the whole lot.
Yeah.
Hard, not the easiest way to do it if you're still trying to sell the 100. But
Wow.
Here's another question: do you think that? All right. Do you think that Brown and Soul like knew that some of those books really shot off? Like, because I saw on their, I mean, you see on their table, there's the 8 Billion Genies with like these are old variants, aren't they? These aren't new.
No, I mean that was number 8, wasn't it?
Okay, so some of these like are super hot on the secondary market. Like your guys' Last of Us was super hot in the secondary. Is this the book that hasn't come out yet?
None of these that you're seeing on the page have come out yet.
Where are the
Not
ones
one.
that already came out?
Fucked up, dude.
Yeah, no shit. They held up the print run of the book that was supposed to be released in mid-March and held up that print run so nobody else could sell it, so they could sell it at this con, Brian. That's what Laura had told me. So
see, but I thought that they also had a couple of Bird City's books that were older books.
I think so.
So that's the thing, right? Which old Bird City book did they have? Did they have the one that's fucking, was such a banger last year? And did they?
Hey, bro,
they better not try and print this bad boy, dude.
Yeah, that.
I think they had number 7.
Okay.
So, but we're sure. Okay, just to be sure, because this looks like. So they held it up for. Okay, they held it up, but like how many? I guess we probably already covered how many, because that picture looks like less than comp copies, but.
Yeah, but they had short boxes behind their booth.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what I'm asking. All right.
Yeah. And they told me on
it's an asshole, dude.
They told me on Friday. They told me on Friday that they didn't have those books, and then I left Saturday night and get a text from my buddy said like at the table like, "Hey, I'm buying these right now." I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, come on!" Like,
see, and that's when you cuss someone out, you include their mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's that's some low down dirty shit, bro.
Thorough says this is the reason why I personally want print number printed on the comic. We want print number.
I think
printed
everybody
on all
wants
the
it.
comics. Everybody
check these
wants
out.
it.
So I mean,
On
this
books
is,
like this, I do not
this-
fucking Marvels.
this is a lower print run book, but look, we
It's
got
not
it printed
showing
on
up.
the
Oh, I see it. 14 out of
50.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is like a small indie publisher that'll do that for us. You know?
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's not hard to have a foil stamper, foil ribbon with a stamp of the number. Like, they need to be doing that at the printer. They should tell their printer, hey, we want foil stamp print runs on this. It's not hard to change the foil stamping settings. Everything else is going to be the same. You're just going to change the foil stamping settings. That's not a big deal. And retailers would pay for it, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It costs like, I mean, with small print runs, it costs like $1 extra a book. But if you're going to do like 500 print, it might even cost us like 75 cents, 50 cents a book. That's not a big deal in the scope of things. Like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Let's number all of them.
Yeah, you're right. All of them. Yes. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. And here's the other thing. Like, if you're gonna go a different route numbering them, like if you're gonna do like a QR code that you print on the inside cover or something, I don't care. Just number them. Figure out a way to number them. I still think the cheapest is printing it on there. It's the one that collectors want the most. We don't want. I'm not saying go out there and do like, what is that shit where like you hold your phone over it and they're like shows them fighting on the book and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like do something real that we can say like, hey, this is how many are out there, and if we print it,
Sure,
we
maybe
mean
you
it.
get like a little NFT, right, with your little
Whatever.
private chain with the book.
Yeah.
So that's what I forgot to tell you, Brian. Like that part got left out. Like they purposely like held up the distribution of the newer books.
Yeah. These were
so
supposed
they
to come
could
out.
sell them.
They were supposed to come out in the middle of March.
Yes. So they did that shit too. In addition, to.
And I think I asked that who was the one that did that? It was not the publisher that did it. It was Ryan Brown and Charles Soule.
Yeah, the creators moved the date back.
Bing bong. There's your person. There's your people that need to be. That's who needs to say they're sorry and do something about it. Nobody's gonna trust you guys anymore.
Well, maybe it's because they know they won't create anything else that's good. You know, maybe they're all like, fuck it, you know, this is all I'm ever going to do in life because I got lucky. So I might as well go all in and fuck everybody over because, like, I don't have the talent to do this again.
Here's the sad part, man. The sad part, dude, is I fucking love Charles Soule, man. Like, I love his work so much. Like, his Star Wars shit, all his non-Star Wars, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was pretty disheartening.
Yeah, and I guess that statement "Don't meet your heroes" really means something sometimes.
Oh shit, man!
You know,
fucking Dwight Gooden fucking burned me, dude. I was a big time Dwight Gooden fan. Daryl Strawberry, Roger Clemens, McGuire, everybody doing drugs.
Oh yeah, that's why they started off with the cocaine crew.
Yeah, man.
Hernandez, yeah.
They'd fit in fine these days.
So we're getting outside of this. So I want to change. We're gonna jump out of the drama alert.
Oh, you said the heroes, like
no. I'm glad you're bringing this up because we've been on drama alert for a long time, and I don't want to keep John too long.
This is some good stuff, man.
We got like 135 people for drama though. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
We had like 70 people last week.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So the drama alert segment's usually held for Saturday night, you guys, but sometimes you got to bust it out. You got to bring the news when it's needed, and I know a lot of people will be talking about this for some weeks to come, and I hope that you guys talk about it on every show because it needs to be talked about. This is the type of thing that we need to hear about, and we're gonna do our best over here on Beyond Wednesdays to get more industry people on to talk more about this type of stuff and what is known and what isn't known, because the scariest part about this to me is also the fact that it says nowhere in your guys' contracts that this can happen. Like that's a weird thing to me.
You know, we should let Bleeding Cold know so they can write a big ass article about Ryan Brown Soul. You know what I mean?
Somebody might already let them know about it.
I was just about to say.
Oh, okay, good.
I bet you somebody.
Good job, John.
Yeah. Let's take a quick look.
You know what? Hey, how about the you guys seen that booth? John, you travel enough. You've seen it. They've got like con exclusive T-shirts, and they're the fucking same at every con. And I have like Joker and like a throne, and those big old things, and it always says con exclusive.
Yeah.
And it's like exclusive to cons. We don't sell it online, but all the cons, right?
All of them.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? They're always there, dude. I forget what name it is, but after a while, I'm all, that's a cool shirt. I'm like, wait a second. I contemplated that shirt like 4 times in the last year. I was like, it's not con fucking exclusive.
Yeah, but that other T-shirt was a Hanes. This is a different texture.
This is Gildan, and we had
Gildan
American All Style at the last one. So
yeah, man, I don't know. This is very interesting. We'll continue to monitor it for sure. So yeah, good stuff. I do want to drop.
Do we have these guys' phone numbers? Can we like call them up and on the pod and see if they'll answer? You know?
No, man, I ain't gonna pull any of that craziness. But I'm not gonna call somebody. That was, I think, Richie setting up a cam.
Okay.
But it says here, Lewis says, Bryan, to complicate things, Soul did a cover C and donated sales to charity.
Allegedly, right?
That's the other thing, right?
His own charity.
Yeah. Charity meaning to pay for those exclusives that he had printed extra.
Charity was a dancer that he met at a Bottoms Up.
Yeah. Trish, we love you. Don't worry. You're always good with us. You're fine. That's the other thing. Like I said,
awesome, man.
That's why I said in the beginning of this. Like I don't want this to be a thing like where we're calling out all creators, because we don't know
absolutely
what we're
not.
really getting into yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know what this is. This could be something big and turn into something. This could just be something that Image does with, and certain creators take advantage of it, and certain I don't know, man. I don't know, but we'll definitely see. It's definitely something that needs to be talked about for sure. So, that being said,
I got yeah, hey, he's got Charles' number. Hey, put the number. Post it in the private chat.
No, put it on YouTube.
No, dude, no.
Post it in our private chat.
We're not going to dox anybody over here. But that being said, I do got one last funny drama alert segment. As most of you saw in last Saturday's drama alert, I had a new little segment bumper being...
Go ahead.
And I said over and over, no shots taken. I just thought it was funny that the way Marco sounded in this. No shots taken. I always talk about Renovision and how great they are, and I guess I can't do that anymore because Marco got mad. So, that being the case, we won't talk good about Renovision over here anymore because I know they don't like it. Fuck that.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Renovision. All right, let's continue on the show. What a great drama segment. I love it. Jonathan, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, brother. We appreciate you.
Good to see you guys.
Hell yeah, brother. You're always welcome. You know that. And all that fun stuff. Let's move on from the drama alert one more last time from our boy Marco.
Go ahead.
Drama. Go check out Renovision. You guys can find it below. Don't worry, we're not talking shit, bro. We're not talking shit. Don't get offended. All right, so some funny things happened this week that we had to hit on with the drama report. But you guys know, for a while now, our boy Richie has been waiting on something pretty amazing. All right, he's been waiting a long time for a card.
You got your redemption?
For a card that he pulled live on air, you guys.
Here it is.
So, this was how long ago was this, Richie? This was like, I don't know.
It was over a year ago because I waited like 500 days.
So February 2nd, 2022. Jesus. February 2nd, 2022 is when this happened. All right, let's do it. Here we go. What's going on?
Is it up?
Hold on.
I got it up.
Hold on, I got it. There we go.
He ripped it with us on, right? Was it us?
Here it is. Towards the end. I thought it was what are those called? Not a kids card, but the other one.
The points?
No, when
Kids Reporter?
No, the all white one, the security one.
Oh, filler or whatever?
Yeah.
Do it. Let's go, baby.
Okay, here is.
See, I'm a good luck charm, bro.
What is this one?
Oh,
Kenny
wow,
Martin
that's
got
the
another
auto.
rookie?
No, I'm just playing.
All right. Shit.
Are you going to slide it down? Oh,
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, that's what she said.
Take it off, baby.
Come on now. Card number.
Yeah!
Oh my God! Yeah! Let's go.
Hell yeah! What does it say? It says LaMelo Bar Flux Freshman Signatures, card number 1. 24-point card. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh my God.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't know at the time what it was. We didn't know that, it could be numbered to 10, right? Which is amazing. We found that out. We found out it could be numbered to 10, but then Richie found out that it could be numbered to 1, ladies and gentlemen.
No way, bro.
All right. And Richie, I believe you just got the package in the mail.
We're gonna hit the package together, and I'm not talking about that other one. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm Rich Taylor. You guys know me from Popcorn Culture YouTube channel, Facebook Live, and also you can catch me, Bryan, and the infamous Ben Stein, every Friday night on the House of Stein YouTube channel, dual streamed on Beyond Wednesdays via OBS every Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific for your CBSI Hot 10 and Beyond Wednesdays Almost 10. Plus, our new segment we have, Popcorn Culture, brings you By the Dip. This show is brought to you by Popcorn Culture's new affiliation along with Beyond Wednesdays, but he's going to turn in his stuff. But for tonight, I want to give you guys a chance to get a 2-week trial offer. And if you decide to go forward with the subscription to Sports Card Investor, use the code Popcorn99. I'm going to disable this code once Bryan gets his stuff up on Beyond Wednesdays. So use it as much as you want. Sports Card Investor it's for cards, also Pokemon and sealed wax, and it's just if I can compare it to, be like cover price. It's analytics based on sales on the secondary market. Sports Card Investor. All right, this was what I bought, or actually my dad bought for me for my birthday. He bought me some other cards and stuff. Bought me this one blaster box from Barnes and Nobles because it's only one per during that time. This is 2021 January. Forward to our show with Bryan. He was going through a collection and I pulled a LaMelo redemption, as you guys can see. Well, I had been in process for almost 600 days. I had sent so many emails and messages. I went to Twitter and said I was going to sue the whole bit. I probably pissed him off, and I'm a little worried. But all good. Got the package. Let's get into it.
This is going to be dope.
I'm really nervous, so if I'm shaking.
You're making me nervous, bro. Open it up.
Hold on, Richie. Just 1 second.
We're switching to Rip.
Yeah. Hold on. 1 sec. Let me put this up here. Go here. There we go.
Ah, perfect.
Right. So here we go. This is what they sent me. This package here. So let's go ahead and push this back a little bit. All right. Now, they kept asking me, do you want another player's card? And I saw a gentleman that I talked to in a sports card blog for LaMelo redemption signatures. He had a few in there, and he had been waiting up to almost 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. And he sent them a list of players that he would accept. And Joe Burrow was one of them. He ended up getting a Joe Burrow National Treasure auto rookie card, number 25, which was huge.
Oh, wow.
But I decided to wait. So let's see.
So a lot of people are asking questions. Somebody's asking, what is a 24-point card? Rhinoverse is asking that. That's a thicker card. So they go by points. So the thick cards are like 24 points, 70 point, 120 point, like the real thick ones. Regular cards are like 0.3, I think, or something like that.
No, 0.2, 20.
Okay, 0.20.
And this is 0.24. So basically, here's your regular type card, just like this. Or I'll put it on the camera here, just like this. Your like kind of tops.
Show the side of them. Yeah.
It's like that. And then here would be a 24-point card right here. That. It's like the same size, but it's a little tiny bit thicker or maybe a little bit wider. I don't know.
Like a chrome
card?
card?
They're the same size. Yeah. So it's a little bit thicker because it's a heavier cardstock. Like a Prism. I guess you can compare it like Prism to Topps Baseball. All right. Here we go. I don't even know which way to open this thing. Please, God.
Well, they shipped it like they meant it. I'll put it that way.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so.
For a card, anyway.
Nate says, be careful with my card. He's a big Charlotte Hornet fan. So, shout out, Nate.
Oh, they put it in a top loader and everything. Wow. Okay. Let me tell you before I pull this, I have been putting this off for a day and a half because I'm so nervous what it's going to be.
We gotta hope. Everybody, let's hope together.
Cross your fucking fingers, everyone.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. This is
Pretty.
what it's all about, baby. Come on. Oh wow, look at that.
Turn around.
No fucking number on it, motherfuckers.
Are you kidding me, dude?
I swear to God.
You sure?
Yeah.
Ouch.
What a fucking bummer, dude.
Ouch.
That's not cool at all, bro.
Is there a
I mean,
way
it's
to
still
look that up?
$1,000 card, but still.
Is there a way to look that up? What is it called?
I thought Flux wrote the numbers on theirs because I remember
Yeah.
we were talking one time and Aaron pulled a 1 of 1 and they wrote it in cursive 1 of 1.
Oh, that's so hard.
Wow, what a bummer, man.
You sure it's not like in there in the
No.
card, like on that hologram or anything?
I'm looking, man. I'm looking.
Nothing.
I don't see it, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
That sucks. They
It's
fucked
supposed to be
you.
they're supposed to be a black or an orange too.
Bro,
I mean,
that's
why the
not
fuck
cool.
would they send me back an email with the parentheses number, and then why would the lady tell me on the phone that this card is a big card and it's a 1 of 1? I mean, I don't understand this.
Ouch.
I wouldn't
It's
accept
okay.
that. I wouldn't accept that.
Yeah,
Like, you need to
I'll
call
talk
them
to
up.
him,
Contact
but
them.
that's a
Hell
really
yeah.
nice card. That's a really nice card.
Yeah,
I'm
but you deserve what you
Yeah, you deserve
pulled,
what you
bro.
pulled.
Yeah,
It's integrity.
we'll see.
Well, we get how much shit are we gonna talk about numbered stuff tonight?
I know.
Oh
You
my
know what I mean?
God,
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
God damn
like,
these shady motherfuckers.
Still a
bro.
beautiful
Now I'm
card.
gonna have to do an
Yeah, did
entire.
Ryan Brown sell it to you?
I'm gonna have to do an entire segment on yeah, right. What's
Thanks,
this
Roy.
that says Soul/Brown with a
Yeah.
no? I'm gonna have to do an entire segment of what transpired to get this card now,
Yeah.
and
It's a
so,
sticker too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's some.
Sticker
That's some.
initials.
Dude, that
That
fucking
my
makes.
movie does.
Bro, this show is getting me fucking mad, bro.
Fucked up, man.
Hey, dude, your
That
neighbor's
is
gonna call on you again
ridiculous,
after
dude.
tonight.
Hey, bro, give me their phone number. I'll flux them. I'll flux the
Flux
shit out
them
of
up.
them, man.
Flux.
Well,
Bend them
well
over
that
and
being
flux them.
said,
Fucking pussies,
before
dude.
we get into more card stuff, we'll end the show with some card stuff. I picked these up. I picked up some of the boom boxes. If you guys don't know what these are
Yeah, love
yeah,
them.
Yeah, these are put out by a company, and they're hobby packs in here. And so, like, I got all 3 baseball ones. I got the mid end, the elite, and then the platinum. And in each one, you get different level hobby packs. So we're gonna open up the mid end at the end of the show tonight, and then the other 2 will be members only videos coming up soon. So those will be coming. And I also got some Prism football that will be opening on camera at some time soon. But man, we're gonna have to keep an eye on what's going on with that card, brother, because that is a fucking bummer.
Hey, and it's supposed to be card number 1. They have the wrong number on this.
What card number is it?
Remember, it's card number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has an insert number in it.
Wow. Yeah, Joe, you hit it on the fucking head. That's like Griswold getting a Jelly of the Month club. That's exactly what that's like. Go get him. Go get him. Yeah, Red Hood is ready to burn shit up.
Dude, this is some fucking bullshit.
That's
dude.
Uncle Eddie. Red Hood's Uncle Eddie.
Dude, because
tonight.
I'm a part of it, dude. Like, when someone
Yeah.
gets a good pull, like, you feel like you're a part of it, dude. You know what I mean? That's that mojo. Like, so I'm offended, dude. Like, you know, I've been a
Fucking A,
part of
bro.
2 of Richie's rips, dude.
Big ones, the biggest ones.
Yeah,
I was
man.
gonna tell Brian. I didn't know you were gonna be on the show. When I saw you pop up, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" I was just hoping everybody be here, but
Dude, that's some fun,
it's
dude.
unfortunate. I'll be lying to you if I didn't tell you I didn't care. I'm pissed right now. I'm
Bro,
really pissed.
I would. Like,
I'm
you tell
bummed
me
and I'm
what to
pissed.
do, I'll go do it, bro.
Fuck, I could have bought a fucking. Oh, I could have sold the redemption for like $900. And the thing
Yeah,
is, this
not
card's
to
like
mention,
$700,
like,
$800.
Yeah,
man, it makes me
not
so
to mention the delay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
2 years.
Yeah,
That's
that's
way
too
too long, bro.
Yeah. So it's all
Too
good
long.
though. I mean, the card gods have been good to me, and you guys have been there.
No, you're gonna get your numbered card, bro.
You're
Like,
gonna get it,
I'm
brother.
definitely gonna
don't
hit 'em up.
Fuck
date.
them. Fuck those guys.
Yeah,
fuck them,
them.
man.
Rhinoverse says, I'm
Fuck
currently
them.
opening a box of Prism and Contender Football Hobby along with select draft picks and Zenith Blasters. Nice. Let us know what you get, brother.
All right.
Hey, hold on real quick, Brian. I'm gonna show you what me and Nate picked up. Hold on.
Thorough
Cards.
asked Richie, how long did you wait for this card?
Somewhere around 500 days, 530 days or something like that. It was originally supposed to be done in 180 days. So I had to continuously, I think it was three times, maybe a fourth, I can't remember, but extend it. And they kept asking me if I wanted another player, but I was going to do another player because the gentleman that was in the same boat as me, he's also a content creator, has a really cool channel. I forgot the name of it, but he said that he sent him a list of players that he would accept for the LaMelo auto. It was a Prism too. And they sent him back a Joe Burrow National Treasures rookie auto. I think it was either a dual or a quad patch or something like, or tray patch or whatever you want to call it, 3 patches, numbered 25. It was a huge card. They sent him back. So when they were asking me, do you want to switch to another player? I sent them a list just like he did. And they responded, no, we don't do it that way. Panini puts, you only get the card that is randomly selected. I was like, fuck that.
All right, Hood.
Hey, check it out.
What you got?
So these are made by Upper Deck.
Yep.
And so Nate bought a couple of them. I got one, but like you have a chance at like Haley Steinfeld auto. Who's the chick that played Catherine Hahn? She did the voice for Octopus, right? The girl Doc Ock. So Catherine Hahn. I don't know. Oh yeah, and Miles, the kid who did the voice of Miles. You have a chance at the auto of that.
That's cool.
Richie.
So like anything branded, from Spider-Verse, like is highly collectible, So
big time.
I don't know. You can still get these pretty cheap. These were about 100 and something.
Yeah, those
So
are cool.
Yeah, so just keep it sealed, put it away, man.
Richie, check this out, bro. So I think James Kreider sent this to me. Silver freshman Hornets auto. They fucked you, dude. What does your shit say? Does it say what color or anything?
No, you put it in, supposedly according to the guy that owns a shop over here, I was asking questions. When you put in your car, like he said that back in the day, redemptions used to have the numbered on them, but now they don't with Panini. And he said once you put it in process, they'll return something to give you the notification that it's in process and they got it. And if it's numbered, they'll put it in parentheses, number/number. So when I turned it in, I got an email from them like 48 to 72 hours later, and it was not an auto generated. It didn't feel like it. And it had parentheses numbered/numbered. So I immediately went to the set online on Beckett or Cardboard Connection. I can't remember which one. And they said that this card, this card, the parallels that are numbered are 1 of 1 or 1 of 10. And it's the 1 of 10, I think they said was orange, and the 1 of 1 is black, or maybe vice versa. And this is neither.
Wow. That's fucking shitty. That is shitty. All right. That's a bummer. Well, let's move on. Let's jump into this, you guys. I want to talk a little bit about one of the bigger books that everybody's talking about that is kind of interesting. That being our boy Spider Boy. Yeah, this is pretty silly. So this book came out today. Let me tell you a little bit. Spider-Boy 7 does reveal that Spider-Boy's real name is Bailey. It also confirms that Spider-Boy is from Earth 616, not somewhere else in the multiverse. After returning, Spider-Boy grew frustrated with no one else remembering him, saying he's had countless adventures with Peter and Miles, and implying that he made some kind of sacrifice for them. He flees before anyone can find out more. So why didn't everyone suddenly remember Spider-Boy when he popped out of the dagger? Like what happened with the Spider-Woman and Scarlet Spider? The theory is that Spider-Boy had been in the dagger for a long period, making the memories of him slower to return, should they return at all. What the fuck, man? Richie, did you look into this at
Bro,
all?
they got enough spiders already, bro.
Yeah. So I got a little bit of content for that.
Yeah,
Go
this
ahead
is
and
crazy, bro.
Rock and roll.
All right, so this was on Dan Slott's site. I mean, is that Spider Boy or is that like the Melting Man? I mean, I don't know what the hell that thing is.
What the hell is that on his back, bro?
It's a
Dan
spider.
Slott.
Like,
It's a spider zit, dude.
troll.
Was this a spider alien?
Spider
dude?
boil.
Yeah.
A boiling spider.
Was like the
Spider
worst
zit.
shoe designer of all time? Is that?
So Dan Slott is the creator of this character. Heads up, Spider fans! If you haven't reserved a copy of Spider-Man 7, you might want to call your LCS and ask ASAP. Just announced it's already sold out on pre-orders and going back for a second print. Now, mind you, this I could not. I didn't have the time to go and find it, and I should have, but I'm sorry. He pre-pumped this book when it was open to order pre-FOC at least 5-6 days before. He shared it on his IG, and then another person shared it, another creator.
Because
And
he had
then
them
his
doing
Twitter
1,000
as well.
copies, Richie.
Ton.
He printed 1,000 copies for Dan Slott.
Yeah, so
Right.
here's the character. Let's go ahead and get into this real quick. Here, let me share this. Okay, so Bleeding Cool went ahead and wrote an article. Let me see if I can add this. There we go. Wrote an article regarding Print Watch. Spider-Boy first appearance sells out, goes for seconds. We're not just to let you know, we do not sponsor, and they're not we're not affiliated with Bleeding Cool whatsoever or Rich Johnston. Ugh. Anyways, Print Watch, Spider-Boy first appearance sales out, goes for seconds. Marvel Comics is sending Spider-Man number 7 back for a second printing even before the first issue goes on sale on Wednesday. So this is from the 3rd Monday. Marvel Comics sent it. Okay, all because it has a first appearance of a new character called Spider-Boy. This second printing will come with a 1 in 25 retailer incentive that goes on sale May 17th of 2023. Dan Slott states, quote, over time, Marvel fans have met a host of new heroes from throughout the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Punk, and so many, many more have weaved their way into the Marvel Universe and into fans' hearts. But none of them have been anything like, all caps, Spider-Boy. Not originating from the multiverse at all, Spider-Boy has been here all along and started some of the greatest stories in Spider-Man history. Hasn't he? Question mark. End quote. He goes on and says, I can't wait for people to meet Spider-Boy and the unique role he's going to play in both Spider-Man's world and the Marvel Universe. He also went on and said, I grew up reading Spider-Man comics. He's my favorite character in all of fiction. All I ever wanted to do was tell stories with, all caps, this cast. And it's been the coolest thing ever to co-create some of the characters who populate it. And this kid, this Spider-Boy, is the one I'm most psyched about. On the art side, 2 absolute Spider legends are bringing you Spider-Boy to life. My longtime collaborator, Humberto Ramos, and the amazing Mark Bagley. The all-new, all-different Spider-Boy. So is it the Spider-Boy or is it all-new, all-different Spider-Boy of the 616? He's got strange new spider powers, secret ties to dark corners of Spider-Man lore, and the story that's all his own. That is right about to begin. And it looks like, what is this? It says print. Okay, so yeah. So we can stop sharing that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up the content one more time, and let's go over and look at the market. And by the way, Dan Slott is going to be, or was at Midtown on April 6th, and supposedly
That's
they
tomorrow.
Okay. They're going to have tons of copies, but it's only one per person. So if you missed out and you want them to sign it, show up to
All right,
this
Dan
location.
printed
and
about
he'll sign
2,000 extra for himself.
it. 5 p.m. Eastern. He'll be up there.
Fuck you, Dan.
All right, so this was earlier in the day. Spider-Man 7 Ramos top secret spoiler variant. I saw mini sales for this for Banner BO 30 crossed out plus shipping. $25, $26.05. I saw this this lot with cover A that sold for, it was like, I thought it was an outlier, but it's $55 plus a $10 shipping. It's hanging there because the book is still going up in value based on the market as we speak. Spider-Man 7, this guy's selling a pre CGC 98 $79.99 plus only $8 shipping. This went up $10. Here it went up, or no, I'm sorry. This is the pre-order right here. Looks like the same seller sold 2 copies of the second print ratio. They're calling it also a top secret spoiler. I don't understand what's spoiled about it, unless because we've already got the character on an open to order variant. So what are they going to do? Color splash it or make it sketch?
Nah, he's going to show his pee-pee.
I see. I smell a cash grab here, big time. Marvel Spider-Man second print. This is a 9.8 top secret spoiler. It sold for $59.99. This is just the second print, not the ratio. Pre 9.8s are selling on and being asked, and people are selling $59.99 plus 15 shipping. This is another missed minutes situation, guys. So we got the first appearance of a brand new character we're all excited about, and the creators are excited about as well. Pre-pump, you name it, pre or after FOC, don't matter. We want it for for this exact cover. And Ramos did this open to order cover, and then what happened? They did a second print 1 in 25 with the same damn character,
same cover,
black and white. I mean, that is not a cash grab if I've ever seen one. I was talking shit about this on the Hot 10 and couldn't believe they do it. Now they're doing it again. Thank you guys for watching.
Well, not only that,
the worst part is that Dan Slott's writing it.
Yeah,
right.
There we go.
That's the worst part. Like
100%.
You know, like if he wasn't writing it, then I would say, okay, well, you know, give it a chance. But the fact that it's one more day guy, you know, it's like one bad day, you know, or whatever the fuck.
Check this shit out. So this is from Big Time Collectibles. They put up a thing about this saying, good afternoon. We have broken down the pallet shipment for this week, and we are missing 480 copies or 2 cases of the Spider-Man 7 Humberto Ramos top secret variant. And please ship the missing books as soon. So that's what Big Time Collectibles sent to Marvel. Marvel wrote back and said, hello, Nelson. I'm very sorry. Unfortunately, we do not have replacements for the below shortage.
Dude, that's a lot of copies, man.
Holy shit.
That's
Did those big books go to Dan Slott? Did those 480 books go to Dan Slott?
Bro, Dan got them. Hey, evidently they could do whatever they want now, right?
You're right, Sean. You are right. 480 copies feels like that might be all the copies they ordered, right?
Yeah, dude. Fuck. I mean, Jesus, that's a lot. BTC, you know what I mean? That's
they're 1 in 25s, right?
I mean, they're online only, but they're not. You know, they're not It's not like some dinky little company. But 480 copies of anything, to me from Marvel is a lot of copies. You got to be comfortable.
What is it? $5.99? $5.99 retail?
I don't know. I mean, probably, but is it? Fuck, that's a lot, dude. That's it, dude. They got to credit. They got to do more for you than that.
I will say this.
Okay, first off, he's got the Cole Haan soles. Anybody ever get the Cole Haan Nike dress shoes?
No.
All right. Well, I have. Yeah.
Bro, those are Romo Skechers, bro.
Are those the Elways or the Montanas?
Bro, yeah, those are the Montanas, bro.
Those are the dude, those are the Brady's, dude. Those are Patriots.
Oh,
colors.
good lord, man. Fuck.
Dude, so first off, this dude looks like an alien. All right. Like,
yes, dude.
There's nothing original. It's and also here's what are people really thinking that maybe Ramos sucks too? Are people thinking that maybe I mean that maybe
it looks like Spider-Man 2099.
Is that half of a nut under his legs, or is that his?
Doesn't
That's
this
a
look like
snatch, bro.
That's his pussy, dude. All right.
Doesn't
anyway.
this look like
We
Spider-Man
knew it was
2099?
coming. Oh my god. All right. I can't say I can't say it.
Bro.
So yeah, so anyway.
Bro.
So I like the colors. What are those like little are those little kissy vaginas next behind his eyes? I don't understand what's going on. And so what's actually happening? What is happening?
Those are extra eyes,
So-
though. That's like a spider. It's like a spider. Those are extra eyes.
Okay.
But that's Spider-Man 2099. That's bullshit, dude. What is going on?
It is Spidey 2099. So we saw from the Spider-Verse commercial, Spidey 2099 is like the leader. He's the leader of the Spider-Man, basically.
Yeah.
Actually.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Maybe it's because he's from the future.
Richie
I
put
don't
out that.
know.
Richie put out that really good post. We're gonna watch the trailer again, just real quick, just to kind of go over it. But one of the things that we all noticed was the fact that Spider-Man 2099 looks like one of the what are those called? The vampire guys called?
Oh, like Moreland?
Yeah, and Moreland, the Inheritors.
Inheritors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look like an inheritor.
That's
Okay.
a good point. I didn't see that
Yeah.
before. Good job, Richie. Richie's fucking the best at spec, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know. And let's be honest here. Cash. Is this not the worst time for a cash grab?
Yes.
Because think about it. Like Marvel, dude. If Guardians of the Galaxy isn't good, oh
over.
my god,
Bro,
dude.
what if-
we're not looking good. Kang already he's gonna like serve jail time.
What about Secret
I don't know, but
Invasion being bad?
they're trying to cancel Kang. Marvel's gonna try to save him to save the franchise. We already know they already made a terrible mistake trying to replace Thanos with him. I mean, he's a good actor, but and don't get me wrong, I like him as a character. I don't think people get what they're not picking up what the Marvel's putting down. I just don't think people understand. I'm not saying that it's not a good role. I'm not saying it's not, you know what I mean? I had a lot more hope in Loki than I did in Ant-Man. And Ant-Man's the biggest failure they've ever had.
I saw Thoro put up a comment saying that here we go. He says Spider-Boy is the next Miles Morales. Don't care what anyone else thinks. Here's the thing that makes me mad about this. Miles Morales hasn't even hit yet. Like he hasn't hit like the way
that's the fucking. Sorry.
You're right. You're 100% right. I feel the same way, Sean. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Your next point was my next point because Miles isn't even fucking. He's here. He's not there yet. Okay, they're the Peter fans and they're Miles fans, and we all know this, right? For the kids are splitting a little bit. It just is what it is. But this Spider-Verse is gonna be. I really believe in this Spider-Verse more than I believe in any other thing. I know it's not the same production. I know it's animated, whatever. And I know it's not MCU, whatever you want to say. That I believe the Spider-Verse is going to be a bigger hit than probably anything we're going to see from Marvel.
It looks so
anytime
good.
soon because they tried to cash in on these new characters and none of them hit. And they clearly had a long plan because most of these characters came out 10 years ago. Miles has a mega chance. Miles is going to see live action. We're going to get casting. I don't know if we're going to get it right after this movie. Some people say you're waiting 5 years. There's no fucking way in hell we're waiting 5 years to see Miles live action. We're just not. There's no way. And so I'm torn to I don't know, dump some Miles stuff with this and then try to get it back after the summer, after, to try to make a few bucks or something like that. But this isn't it. Miles hasn't, just like you said, Miles hasn't hit yet. Right. So who's Spider-Boy? How even big is this guy? Right. And seriously, how exciting is this costume? It's just not, dude.
I get where there's some energy put behind it and stuff like that, but much like Miles, there hasn't been great writing, and Dan Slott is been known not to be able to, he don't get me wrong, he's created a lot of great characters, but the writing it doesn't follow suit. Now, the Hickman writing the Miles books coming up, that's the game changer that character needs. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that pans out. But I mean, Hickman, he's a hell of a writer, dude. So it'll be the first time Miles has had that kind of quality, So I think they're starting to level him up and get him ready for. You don't put a writer on the of Hickman's stature if you're not getting him ready for the MCU. You know, so and I've said it many times on Thorough Show and this show. You know, like Feige pulls from Hickman. He feels very comfortable with the content that Hickman puts out. You know, there was a hole that they had to fill in with the Black Order, and Hickman created the Black Order during that Infinity Run, and it works so well into
100%.
in the MCU. So if you need a guy to write you something to adapt to the screen, Hickman's your guy.
Did you see that Black Order Easter egg in the trailer for Secret Invasion?
I did not.
All right, we'll play the two trailers real quick. Let's play the Spider-Verse trailer real fast for everybody that hasn't seen it yet. Here we go. This is a freaking awesome trailer.
My name is Miles Morales. I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man. And things are going great.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to be here at 5.
All right, whatever.
Whatever?
Wow.
Whatever?
So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian?
I am the Spot.
That's not funny.
Dude, I thought that animation looks great, and that's a funny little play. I like that. I think that was cool.
We've
Don't
got a lot of Spot coming.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Miles's grades are pretty good. A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And a B in Spanish.
What?
Ooh, okay.
Miles.
Are you trying
Mira,
to
eso es
kill me?
imposible.
I gotta go. All right, bye.
He's lying to you. And I think you know it.
What's up, danger?
Miles!
Want to get out of here?
Oh, when?
Mama!
Bro, the way the animation changes, the different styles of animation, it looks so damn good.
It was. I mean, the first one's spectacular. That I think it's got to be improved. And we've got at least 2 movies of Spot as well. I really actually think the Spot. And don't be wrong, I got a few copies back here. I got nothing graded. I got nothing I'm selling yet. But like, I think we're gonna get like a minor modern key out of the first Spots. If only his second appearance had the cover was the same as his first appearance.
Mhm.
It's all Spots, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're getting something out of Spot. So I say minor modern key. I'm not someone who says someone's a key before it comes out that Wednesday. So
Yeah. Spider-Girl looks interesting too.
Yeah, she looks cool as shit.
Who's the new guy? This is unbelievable.
This is the lobby.
I love this part right here.
Miguel O'Hara. The whole thing was his idea.
What's a guy got to do to join this spider team?
You can never be part of this.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999-99. Come on, go easy on the kid. He had a terrible teacher.
Peter.
Miles!
Mayday. You have a baby?
I have a baby.
I'll take it from here. Miles, being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. You have a choice between saving one person and saving every world. Send me home. I can't do that.
I can do both. Spider-Man always.
Not always.
What about Uncle Ben?
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here.
Can't stop me now!
You can't run forever, kid.
I can't lose one more friend.
Miguel, this isn't what we talked about.
You knew?
You have no idea what you're doing.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
All stations, stop Spider-Man.
Bro. That shit. This part right here is the best, where they're all the Spider-Mans are pointing at each other. But look how badass that looks right there. That looks amazing. All right, let's continue. That's fucking. Look at them all. They're all pointing at each other. That's fucking great, dude.
Dude, memes coming to life are fucking spectacular.
Yes.
And then I looked at my uncle and...
Let me guess. He died?
So there you guys go. June
There we go.
2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait, bro.
It's dude. I can't. I'll be honest. It was close last time, but since from the last one, I can't tell you one time in my entire life that my most anticipated comic book movie is animated in a movie theater. It's not. This
In
looks so
IMAX.
much better than anything else coming out. Oh, I'm going XT 3D. I live in the boonies.
Bro,
my best
this is
IMAX
like
theater sucks.
this is like a this is for comic book people, man. Finally, we got something, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is gonna be
This is a good escape, you know. Like we haven't had anything good since before COVID, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, in real life too. Much.
All right,
dude. But remember, COVID gave us Tiger King.
Here is that was great. You're right. All right, here's the Secret Invasion trailer. Let's watch this.
Fury. Since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse. How do you think I came back?
Dude, the music is already making this like badass. If they fail on this, if they fuck this up, oh man, we don't have to worry about Guardians of the Galaxy. We already know it's going to be a failure if they fuck this up.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet. Do you feel responsible?
Where are the Avengers? This war is one I have to fight alone. You're the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
There you go. There you go, Hood. That's one of the Black Order guys. Cull.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That Cull the Obsidian. Cull Obsidian. Is
wow. Okay.
That's the guy that they cut his hand
Yeah,
off.
he's the one that didn't come out. Yeah.
So, here's the. Now remember this. Put a pin in that, okay? Let's continue. Put a pin
Okay.
in that.
The great Nick Fury.
All right. Remember how they were talking
the
about?
fuck?
You remember how they were talking about Super Skrull going to be in this?
Yeah.
So they can't. And when I first saw this, everybody was talking, "Oh, this could be Venom." I'm like, no, it's not Venom. It's probably Mr. Fantastic, right? Because the original Super Skrull had all the different Fantastic Four's powers. But then Andy last night on Comic Book News Weekly, he goes, no. He goes, the Cull Obsidian is one part, and that's Groot right there. Doesn't that look like Groot's vines?
It does, but
well, hold on. Check this out. Watch this. There's another part, like right here. Is it right? Hold on, let me play this.
The great Nick Fury.
Right there. Did you see that? Hold on.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pause that.
Look at that. There it is, right there, dude.
Scroll Groot.
Yep.
Scroll Groot. Okay. All right.
There
I
it
see
is.
it. I can't picture it. I can't. I don't know how it's going. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out.
So there's Super Skrull right there. Super Skrull, they're going to use a piece of Groot. They're going to use a piece of Cull Obsidian.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know? Who
Could it be
else?
Clayface?
No, I wish. It would have been cool though. Clayface is coming.
Hey, Josh
Greatest
Allen.
crossover ever. Clayface just shows up in the MCU.
Hey Brian, Josh Allen told me to tell you to check your Google.
Okay.
That there's an international trailer of this, and it's very different.
Okay, for
Probably hang out.
For Secret Invasion.
For Secret Invasion or for for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
No, he said tell Brian to check his Google chat for the international trailer. It's very different.
Okay, for Into the Spider-Verse. I'll play that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, this is definitely got to be Groot Super Skrull. So, all right, let's continue. Not a symbiote. I don't think it's a symbiote. And the only
way.
Nah, it doesn't look symbiote to me.
Super
either.
Skrull, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
One last fight.
See, where's this been? Where's this been for fucking 2 years, bro? You know what I mean?
There was a lot of COVID filming though, man. Loki was a good show, and they had to. You could tell they didn't have the full cast that they wanted to because they had to fucking quarantine everybody.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know the series of. I don't know. Things have been good. And I don't want to say nothing. We laugh about nothing being good. You know what I mean? I liked Hawkeye. Dude, I didn't hate the Kamala show. A lot of people did. I like more shit than most people.
A lot of people hated Ant-Man. I thought it was a decent comic book movie. I didn't hate it, but I know a lot of people hated that. It didn't make any money. That's for damn sure.
No, it didn't make any money. It's not good though.
Yeah, they fucked up Kang.
It's just not.
Yeah.
And like I said, I like Kang the actor. I liked him in Loki, and Loki was good too. But it's just he's a difficult sell because I don't think they portrayed it correctly. Is all.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens with Loki season 2 also. That's coming soon.
Yeah, Spider-Boy in it.
Yeah. Speaking of Spider-Boy,
Probably Dan Slott made the phone call.
Yeah.
It was like, hey guys, can I executive produce? Yeah.
Sometimes to do what's right, we have to
So it's
give up.
international.
All right, so this is supposedly the international version of this trailer, and listen to the voices at the beginning.
Bro, is it Tobey Maguire, bro?
Yeah.
Sometimes to do what's right, we have to give up the thing we want the most.
Every day, I wake up knowing that the more people I try to save, the more enemies I will make.
This is my chance to prove myself.
Anyone can wear the mask. But how you wear it, that's what matters.
Miles! Want to get out of here?
Oh, when? So wait a minute. There's an elite crew with all the best spider people in it? Who's the new guy?
This is unbelievable.
This is the lobby.
That was India.
Miguel O'Hara. The whole thing was his idea.
What's a guy got to do to join this spider team?
You can never be part of this.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999. Come on, go easy on the kid. He had a terrible teacher.
Peter.
Miles!
Mayday. You have a baby?
I have a baby.
I'll take it from here. Miles, being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. You have a choice between saving one person and saving every world.
Send me home.
I can't do that.
I can do both. Spider-Man always.
Not always.
What about Uncle Ben?
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here.
Can't stop me now! You can't run forever, kid!
I can't lose one more friend.
Miguel, this isn't what we talked about!
You knew?
You have no idea what you're doing!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
All stations, stop Spider-Man!
You? Me? And then
basically the same thing other than just the beginning. And I think they probably had to do that because most of the people in Europe and stuff don't really know who Miles is, right? So they had to probably throw in the original people, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely different.
Did they
yeah.
connect? Did they connect the MCU to this?
Not
Doctor
yet.
Strange and
I mean, that's what they did. It's not like Doctor Strange was in the first movie. And
no, but I'm saying like when Doctor Strange put that spell and to make everybody forget that was that Tom Holland was Spidey.
Yeah.
Was he referring to that?
I don't think so. He could be. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
be
I still
great.
like it just as much.
It's
There's
gonna
no
be
way.
great.
Yeah, they delayed. What's been delayed a year?
Yeah.
It's
And
that's
this,
a good thing. It's like Top Gun, delayed a year because you know it's good. And you're gonna get the experience. Tom
Mm.
Cruise is like, just chill. This movie's made for the fucking theaters, and that's what they got. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, dude, sorry, Top Gun 2 was fucking awesome.
Was it not awesome, bro?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. And he was like, nah, this is made for that. I saw even like a 7-minute. I'm starting to relate that they played like a 7-minute preview of Top Gun 2. When I don't remember what movie I was in. I didn't want to see it because I was like, I already want to see this movie, and I don't like spoilers that much. They're trying to talk you into it, like, no, this is some shit you see in theater. So that anyway, it got a delay like that. So this movie got a delay like that to make sure that people would go to the theater and see this movie because it's meant to have that cinematic shit. And I'm going XD 3D, if not IMAX, like first weekend for sure. So yeah, and it's the only I went with friends, kids like 14 years ago, 15 or 17 to see Rata fucking Tui. And that's the only other I don't have any kids. That's the only other animated movie I've seen in the theater since the new millennium. So,
Yeah, that is what he's referencing. You're right. He's referencing Peter.
Yeah, but it's
yeah. Hey, check this out. Did you guys see this? This
That's
is
a lot
cool.
of nines, though. You get it?
Yeah, it is a lot of nines. All right, this is cool. I thought you guys would really love this. Check this out. You ready?
Is this the most notorious refreshment in sports history? On November 19th, 2004, at the Palace of Auburn Hills, a scuffle between the Detroit Pistons and the visiting Indiana Pacers erupted into an all-out brawl and spilled into the stands. This was the match that lit the powder keg for Malice at the Palace, a PWCC-authenticated game-drunk, hand-thrown soda cup rated Gem Mint 0.5 awful. Pop 2 of 1. None of you graded higher. The blue, red, and white design marks it as a true classic for drinkware of the early 2000s and sits beautifully on the cardboard. Note the parquet floor scuffing, the bite marks on the lip, the vintage droplets of Diet Cola still clinging to the cup. No single item has been more responsible for fines or games suspended than this iconic, infamous piece of basketball history. Bidding is live now at the PWCC April auction.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Why
but
not,
so
right?
Awesome.
I mean, it's a joke, though, right?
I think it's real, bro.
Dude, two of one, 0.5 Gem Mint. It's a joke.
It's got to be a joke, yeah.
And dude, it's like plastic and carved. You know, it's just funny.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a 0.5 awful.
Yeah.
The bite marks on the cup, dude. It's fucking great.
It would be hilarious if it was real, though. That's the type of shit that I want to find. That shit.
I don't think we've legitimately seen the crazy shit that could get graded. You know, like somebody's tooth that got knocked out or something. You know.
Yeah.
Like the guy's tooth from Bloodsport off of the mat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I got another one for you. Ready? Check this out. This is cool. All right, let me restart this.
Oh, okay. I've been seeing these promos.
Bro, this is crazy.
The $1 million Tom Brady rookie card that has never been found. In the year 2000, Fleer released a product called Fleer Mystique NFL, and in that product, there's a purple 1/1 of each player. Tom Brady is in that product, which means there's a 1/1 Tom Brady rookie card sitting somewhere that has never publicly surfaced. There's a total of about 45,000 boxes produced, and each of those boxes cost around $1,000, which means this is the $1 million Tom Brady rookie card that has.
How crazy is that, dude? So for those of you guys that
Still
don't
out
know,
there, bro.
Yeah, it could still be out there, or it's in
Dude,
somebody's collection
that's
that
the
don't know
Wonka
it.
golden ticket, bro.
Yeah.
It's still out there,
Well,
bro.
the Luka 101 Black is still out there too. The Prism Black Luka rookie. It's never been found too. It's supposedly still in some box, or some kid pulled it and they just don't know they have it. Think about that, bro.
Wow. Or a rich guy pulled it, or like somebody on whatnot, and they just hit it behind their back.
Yeah.
Waiting for make sure that video doesn't come out.
You guys hey, you guys remember these?
Hell yeah. Legit one of my favorite fucking things of all time.
Oh yeah,
Because
dude.
anything I could throw, it was automatically in the upper echelon. Anything I could throw at something. Upper
The
echelon
ones that
towards-
glowed in the dark were my favorite, dude. Those were the best.
100%.
Dude,
That's
those
one
are
of the greatest inventions of all time, bro.
It is, bro. It instantly takes me back to being a kid. Oh my god. You guys know what nostalgia means? Nostalgia means it's time for the market report, ladies and gentlemen. The market report this week is a very interesting one. That being one that is very heavy with comic books. And we're going to get into it right about now. All right. Some interesting stuff here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the market report for April 5th, 2003. Let's get started off with some comic books. How about this? Look at these difference of prices on Amazing Spider-Man 129 that sold over last week. You have a 6.0 that sold for $9.10. You have a 4.5 that sold for $9.95, and a 3.5 that sold for $1,000.
Damn, that. Oh god, I hate it. I will say I've been buying custom labels lately.
Do you think it's a custom
They
label?
No, no, because the 3.5 throws that off.
Yeah.
So these are all verified, I guess.
So when did the 3.5 end? I bet you that one fucking ended on a Sunday.
These all
You know what I
ended
mean?
last week, I believe.
Well, it says sold April 5th.
Yeah. So today.
But, but one big could be best offer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, if it says best
Yeah.
offer, it would be wouldn't it be
They quit
slashed out?
showing best offer on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all weird. You got to double look things up now. I'm trying to figure out the whole system. So we're having to go 130-point cover price, GPA.
God, it's so weird. It's all over the place, man.
Yeah, it's all over the place. It sucks. Somebody just decided to quit showing best offer on eBay.
Yeah.
So that sucks. I don't know. I know the guy. He got 2 bids on that. Obviously the 4.5 was in a bidding war. I don't know.
It's interesting, right? Well, keep your eye on Amazing Spider-Man 129s if you want one.
I feel like I'm the guy who auctioned the 6.0.
I was just about to say.
I got a big following. I got like a lot of followers on eBay. I do auctions like a bunch at a time. I don't get it, man. But anyway, sorry.
Which one of us is going to
Spilt
be
milk.
that person? Right?
Well,
The
like,
what? That's that
Well,
new
like-
Spidey label too.
Yeah.
no, but like, yeah, you look at the label and then you just look at the description. He put first Jackal, CJ. I mean, like the description looks a lot better, you know?
Yeah. All right, check it out. Dime Mystery Magazine Pulp. Beautiful, old school bondage torture cover. $460 on 13 bids. How about that Dick Tracy Volume 4, classic Dick Tracy, old school look on it. But it's just from 1975-76, and it sold for $399. So why would it? Right? That doesn't make sense. It feels like I feel like they didn't know what they were doing. But I could be wrong. And then Archie, number 35, $331. Prices are down, you guys.
I bought my first comic and bought a Dick Tracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the Dick Tracy. I mean, it's a dumb price, but like what?
It's one of those
it's
DC.
It's a reprint.
Yeah, it's one of those collector's edition, those big ones from DC. So it's crazy, man, that they sell for that much.
I'm going all in.
Yeah.
I'll show you a couple of those.
We've got a 5.5 Brave and the Bold 28 sold for just under $5,000. And then two nice foreign sales. We got the Mighty World of Marvel 198. This is the UK's version of 181. It sold for just under 240 pounds, which is about the same as in the US. And then a Amazing Spider-Man 20 El Sobradante Hombre Aranya number 32. 5.5, graded 5.5, sold for $400.
Dude, those are
yeah.
Not hating on our friends getting what they've gotten by any means, but like those are gonna keep coming they're gonna keep coming out, I think.
Yeah.
Not trying to figure out. Josh, you tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to hate by any means, but once things come for this much money, if there's anybody available that has them, they'll start to get identified and it comes to the
I got a whole long box of these, vato.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. You never know. You never know. That selling Superman.
Vaya con Dios.
You know, everybody's talking about that selling Superman show. And if I remember correctly, that had been on Kickstarter for like over a year. I felt like we talked about that a long time ago when it was on Kickstarter.
Yeah, we talked about that last year.
Mm-hmm. And that was one where they found, things basically in a garage that they didn't know was there. So International Comics says great sale on both of those. So, and the 181 has the original art as well. You're right. So people that don't know this, Herb Trimp, the face that he drew on Hulk got redrawn by John Romita, and the foreign editions only have the real cover. So pretty cool. That's very easy to go look at. Next we've got some signatures. Spawn 166, a second print CGC 9.8 signed by McFarlane, sold for $350. I feel like that was a good buy, whoever bought that.
It is. It's the problem is that he just signed 100,000 comics.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only problem, dude.
I still feel like a second printing of 166 is probably a tough book. And it does have Haberlin, I think, signed on it too. So
yeah, that 166 is tough as shit,
yeah.
Dude.
And it's got the Spawn label.
Yeah.
A 2001 A Space Odyssey #1 signed by Jack Kirby. Sold for $400. Signed by Jack Kirby and Mike Royer. But still, Jack Kirby. And then one of the few Stan Lee books that I would want to have buy signed is this one right here, Marvel Age number 41. Great Stan Lee cover. Great to have it signed by Stan Lee. Here's a 9.8 signature series that sold for just under $1,500. So, pretty cool. Next, two tough Uncle Scrooge books, Donald Duck books, Carl Barks books. I love both of them. I want to own both of them at some point. 4-color 386, the first Carl Barks Uncle Scrooge, I believe, and it's that famous one where they're boating through the vault. And then Donald Duck 4-color #9, the first time Carl Barks ever drew Donald Duck, which is crazy creator first. It is on the list of the Beyond Wednesday Creator First. If you guys want to find that list, you can find it in the links below. Add to it. It is available to comment on and add to, and you guys can also find more information in the Discord. But I love that book, man. And there's a beat to death copy, but complete, it says. Sold for $360.
I love beat but complete, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of women I'm looking for.
Oh my god!
I don't mean I don't mean physical. I don't mean abused, okay? That's the word I was looking for.
Ah, boy. Stephen King. This is the Stephen King Cycle of the Werewolf, drawn by Bernie Wrightson.
That's dope as shit. I would
Yeah.
oh my god. Yeah. Even when I'm buying and not buying mode, I'll tell you what, that would be low on my list.
Yeah.
High on my list. I'd love to have that. If you get that, if there's a copy out there signed by Bernie and Steve, wow.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing a little breakdown of some cool old school Stephen King first prints, because they sell for a lot, and especially like the Rage books and some of the rare ones, they sell for a grip. But we'll get into that at some point, probably in the next upcoming month. Continuing on, we've got the Wolverine #1, the 1 in 500 Jim Lee sketch variant. We were talking about this last week, I think, these high ratio variants and which ones actually still sell. Here's a 9/8 that sold for $344.
It's just tough at auction. That's what sucks, dude. If you need money, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. How about this though? That Marvel Comics, that Captain America #1, the photo cover, such a great cover. Just a blue label sold for $390 on 9/8. So, no autograph. And then a Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1 Ji Hung Lee variant, a 9/6. 860.
9/6.
Yeah.
All right, man.
What does the
It's not
9/8 go for?
I thought the 9/8 was like 12 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
But still, whatever, man.
It probably presented really well for maybe a CPR candidate or something, you know.
Dude, how are you gonna tell on an eBay picture on?
I don't know, man. I'm looking at the 36 bids, and I don't even know if it's 36 people. It could be just 5, but you know,
Yeah.
that's what I would be thinking.
Dude, is it that pretty though? Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
I love it. I think
I saw it at Baltimore, Sean, on the table next to the flip side table, and
Okay.
man, I was tempted to buy. They had a 9/6 or it was either a 9/4 or 9/6, and they wanted like $600, and that was back then.
Yeezy's about $2K on a 9/8.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I was wrong, but that's fine.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
I think Aaron has that one.
Yeah, he does.
I believe he does.
Yep.
You have that one, Aaron? Shout out to Aaron. He got hit by a car today, hit and run.
Yeah, I
but he's
know.
okay.
I heard about
His
that.
his car did.
Yeah, not
He's
Aaron.
not like dying or anything. No, shout
No,
out.
he's
to him.
alive,
I'm
bro.
not trying to talk ass like it. That's not traumatizing. It doesn't suck to fuck up your car. So we don't want people thinking
That was his first car accident, bro.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Love you, bro. That's my assassin and my partner in crime, bro. We fucked up Bedrock this weekend, bro.
Good shit, man. Love it.
All right, next we've got some interesting sales on some cool stuff. How about this? Vintage 1966 Batman ice cream bar, ice cream wrapper, and partial box. Sold for almost $1,000, $810, you guys, for an ice cream wrapper and an ice cream box from 1966.
Damn.
Yes, sir. And then on the far end opposite of it, we've got another cool little dairy thing. All-Star Dairy Vintage 1966 Batman cutouts. Huge lot, sold for $460 of Batman stuff from some milk product. And in the middle there, we've got the very first SI, Sports Illustrated.
With the cards.
With the cards for $405. That's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. Next, this is one of the books that people bring up a lot whenever I talk about high ratios still selling. The Sandman Universe Nightmare Country #1 Jenny Frison book sells for about $300 raw still. So there you go, $290 on 13 bids.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It should retain. Spectacular.
Yeah. And then Wonder Woman Black and Gold #5, the 1 in 25 Besh. Remember, everybody's talking about this book forever. 9.8 is at $348.
I don't even know if that's up or down.
Neither do I. And then the X-Men 1, J. Scott Campbell Rogue Negative Space variant. Such a great book. A 9.8 is at $321. That's a great book. Great cover. I love both that and the J. Scott and the JTC.
Agree.
Yeah. Next we've got The Last of Us, the Firefly variant, I guess they call it. Where didn't those come in like a special DVD box or something like that? I think they did.
I don't know.
Chat, let us know.
Did it come with the game?
I think they came with something like that. But the set in 9.8 sold for $308. That's a pretty good buy right there. I think they were either in a DVD box or a game or something like that. Something special. And then a Batman 655, the Kubert variant, black and white variant, the Adam variant, I guess. Signed by both Adam and Andy in a 9.8 signature series, sold for $1,300 Canadian.
Miss me.
Yeah. And then, how about this, dude? We're about to get ready to see some crazy autographs coming up. But this is one of them. An Anne Hathaway autographed Catwoman 61 by Adam Hughes. Sold for $1,575 at 9.8. What a great book to get Anne Hathaway to sign. Remember she was on that badass motorcycle in Dark Knight?
Oh, yeah. And
Hey, kiss my ass, righteous flipper. Kiss my ass, bro.
What did he say? Yes, I heard the crew at Bedrock Comics had a blast with those guys. They really couldn't stop talking about how cool Red Hood was. I missed them. I was tired working at Trader's Village. So he's telling the truth.
The fuck is Trader's Village?
Yeah, I don't know. Next we've got.
All right.
What?
I don't know what is it Trader Joe's?
No, he was just.
But
He was just joking. He was just joking, right?
Oh, he was playing. Oh, okay.
No, he was telling a true story. He was telling a true story. He was saying that because it sounds like he shops at Bedrock Comics, and he says, "Yes, I heard the crew at Bedrock Comics had a blast with Hood and Yee. They couldn't.
That can't be true. They were talking about Aaron, dude. That wasn't me.
Oh, they really couldn't stop talking about how cool Red Hood was.
Hey, some of us like you, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
bro.
man. Everybody hates me, dude. That's not true, bro. Everybody fucking hates me, bro.
Yeah, it's a giant outdoor flea market at Trader's Village. So
I love.
Oh, okay.
Village. Look at you, all worried somebody's talking shit about you. Everybody loves you.
I wasn't worried about it. I was just playing.
All right. Next, some more autographs. Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Cass signed Avengers Prime #1, sold for $4,000 and a 9.6.
Damn.
The Beckinsale autographed Underworld Blood Wars #1 is back. A signature series 9.9 sold for $1,025. And a Paul Rudd Evangeline Lilly autographed Ant-Man #11 movie variant in a 9.8 signature series sold for $1,575. So, pretty good. But it continues. This guy sold so many badass autographs, this one guy. Tom Hardy signed Catwoman #41, the Bane cover, photo variant, $1,675 and a 9.9. That's a great book. Love to have Tom Hardy sign that book.
Oh, my God. That's sick.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I am so tired of CGC's fucking upgraded. I can't tell you how many books. And if they haven't been die cut, I've never got a fucking 9.9. All right. I press grade, do whatever, brand new ass books, whatever the fuck you want. And how many times I see books with like four people autograph the fucking thing and they're gonna give you a 9.9? Yeah, man. Nothing to see here. Move on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm reading the comments. Thorough says, "Who the hell likes Red Hood?" Margot Robbie autographed reprint, the Virgin cover of the Alex Ross book, sold for $15.80. Yeah.
Who if it was a fucking store variant? Who made a reprint?
I know. It's so dumb. It's so cheesy. Way to devalue your product. Daisy Ridley autographed Star Wars Force Awakens adaptation number 6 sold for $738. So Daisy Ridley, not too big on the secondary market. It keeps going. Kevin Conroy autographed Batman Arkham Knight Genesis number 1 Jim Lee variant, a 9.6 sold for $560. A Tamora Morrison autographed Boba Fett cover for Bounty Hunters number 1 sold for $335 and a 9.8. And then an Evangeline Lilly autographed Unstoppable Wasp Prelude number 3 sold for $355.
They should have had a lost fucking photo cover. Did they make
Yeah.
a comic? I don't even know.
They might have, yeah, they might have. But it
That's all I care
continues.
about.
Val Kilmer signed Batman number 0 from the New 52 run, $500 and a 9.8. A Jeremy Renner signed Hawkeye number 1 Ramon Perez cover, so only sold for $374. Shout out to Big Remo, just became a member. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get into some of the toy stuff. A vintage Snaggletooth, blue Snaggletooth, mint in bag, sold for $1,000. A purple can of ectoplasm slime from 1986, unopened, sold for $250.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Warrior Chrome Dome Blue Complete Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with coin sold for $510. Loose. We had those giant 13-inch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. A lot of people don't realize those sell for a lot. Unopened 3 figures, a 3-pack sold. Everybody but Donatello sold for $480. They sell for a lot even loose. Next, we have a G.I. Joe mail-away Steel Brigade Gold Head loose with backpack and rifle, sold for $809 for 26 bids. And then, I love these, the Troll Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1993. They're 13 inches tall also. They sell for a grip. There's 3 of them, sold for $1,325. It's fucking crazy. Next, we've got a Jack Kirby Lord of Light poster from a long time ago. That's an old poster. It's 59 inches by 36 inches. Sold for $224. That's badass right there, man. That's something really cool to get framed. Check this out, bro. 3 anti-Nazi posters from Mexico. Look how these are badass, dude. Each sold for over $1,000. 2 of them sold for $1,750. Those are
pretty good deal,
dude. Those are badass right there. Anti-Nazi.
Yeah, that's wild.
posters.
Definitely never saw those before.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. That is nuts. Continuing on, that Chuck Sperry Widespread Panic Vegas Silver Edition poster is so beautiful. Sold for $1,125 on 5 bids. Reminds me of a Mondo poster, but it's silver foil. It's gorgeous. And then a Keith Haring invite to a sculpture garden in 1986 New York. Sold for over $511. And then that famous Beatles Yesterday and Today LP vinyl, but the cup pasted over butcher cover. That's the one where they underneath that is that's a pasted on sticker, and underneath that is them tearing apart a baby on the cover. Sold for $710.
They heat that sticker off, man. Check that shit out.
Right. And then some more Beatles stuff coming up. But first, a 1969 Woodstock concert ticket order form. How cool is that? Sold for
Grade that thing, right?
Right. Just under $200. Says all the bands that are playing and everything. A Hey Jude sticker from when the album was released, 1970, sold for $256. And then a 1964 ticket stub from when the Beatles played Detroit Olympia Stadium with a black and white concert photo, sold for $202. That's fucking cool. That's what you send to PSA to get graded right there.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. You'd hope they could make a little. I don't think they would. They can make a little combo for you or something. You know,
something.
You do
man.
it yourself when it gets back.
Yeah, something, because that shit is gorgeous. All right, let's continue on here. We got a couple more. Interesting tidbits. Thought this was kind of cool. This is the original comic art by Zoo Orzu for Sandman, I guess. Look at this original art. Holy cow, is that beautiful?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a good death.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's David Mack, dude.
Is it? No, that's Zoo Orzu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah. Beautiful. Just gorgeous, you guys. Sold for $1,675. Gorgeous. All right, continuing on. I don't even know what this is, but I thought it was interesting. Sold for $2,000, $2,025. It says Ebon #1, CGC 5.5. Larry Fuller, Robert Crumb, Tabloid Edition, 1970 Spearhead Comics. Never seen anything like it. Spearhead Comics.
Never seen it
Ebon.
myself.
Yeah, #1. Robert Crumb, Jay Lynch, Rory Hayes art, Larry Fuller story.
Damn.
Yeah. Really, really cool piece of comic book. Is this a early black superhero? What's going on here?
I'm not sure.
If there's anybody out there that knows, I'd love to hear more information about this. This is pretty damn cool. A 5.5 sold for $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually. Yeah. I think we need to look into this for sure.
Big Remo says first black comic. Is that true, bro? Is that the first black comic? If it is, man, that's crazy.
First black by like
1970.
How though?
Yeah. Maybe by a black creator?
I mean, it's not first. Yeah, I mean, it's not
1970.
First character.
Yeah, January of 1970. So first character. Did it come out before?
I mean, 1970 is not the first black comic character.
What
by Crumb or something? I'm not.
By when did the first black comic? When did the first black comic character come out?
Or is this a reprint, or or a recreation of a character that Black created? Okay.
First Black created black comic character?
Yeah. Hold on, we got not the man. How many?
I'm looking into it right now.
Dude, no, not Hartman Sports.
First independent title with a black superhero headlining the series. Predates Luke Cage by a year.
But Airboy's right. Lobo was before that.
The horse rider. The
no,
Western?
Lobo.
Yeah, but Lobo.
No, you're thinking of Ghost Rider. We're talking about Lobo. Or was Lobo also Horse Rider?
No, he's talking about Lobo, the cowboy, the sheriff.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got it backwards.
So, and I think I don't know if you consider him a hero. So it says here, Ebon is a science fiction fantasy story that follows the adventures of a young black man named Ebon as his companions as they travel through space and time to battle evil forces and save the universe. The series received critical acclaim for its groundbreaking portrayal of black superhero in a genre dominated by white characters. That's pretty cool, man.
We got to look into this a little more.
It says here,
I'm not calling anybody right or wrong by any means. I just don't.
If that's the case, that's pretty damn good.
Buy, if that's the case, I'm dude. If it's the case, that's awesome. Explains the price besides just the Crumb.
Yeah.
And these impossible to find. And even like, dude, you can tell that's newsprint. So 5.5 in this thing. It says tabloid edition, so it's even
tougher.
Yeah. distributed untrimmed.
Yeah.
It says that might be a mag size case.
It is. It looks like.
Yeah, I think it just does by the dimensions to me, even though, yeah.
That's cool, dude. They even got
Yeah.
stickers in it.
Remo says he owes 2 people that own one. That's, yeah.
Wow.
That's tough.
That is a cool book right there, man. I'd love to have one of those. All right, next, we got a couple more. I've never seen this before. You might like this, Sean. The Mad Fold-In Collection.
What?
1964 to 2010. All
That's
hardcover
fucking
sealed.
cool.
Yeah, it's got all the fold-ins.
All the back of my Mads are all creased, dude.
410
I got my
of
Mads
them.
from growing up. They're all creased, dude. I
Yeah.
folded all those bitches.
This is all of them. That's cool, dude. 360.
I wonder how it comes inside. Does it go one page and then the next? I would assume, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
turn the
you can
page
see
and
it
then
right
to the
there.
side, turn the page to the other side.
It shows.
Okay, I want this.
It shows the
All right, I'd want
unfolded,
this.
and then next to it, it shows the folded.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Next to it or turn the page? I prefer
Yeah.
to turn the page, but I'll take next to it.
Yeah, next to it. That looks like it's opened. See?
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
That is cool, right? Next.
So those were on the back pages of Mad magazines. You guys didn't know they had a joke on the other side. You crease the back page and it turns something into something else.
Yep. And most of them you find folded, so that's why unfolded back page is worth a lot more. All right, how about this? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1 variant cover by Veronica Fish. Here's the cover. Here's the original art. Look how much, you're not going to believe how much it sold for. $383.
Oh, well, it's a 2016. It's not the original, but still, $338 is a good deal for those Rangers.
Yeah.
Make a nice piece of art, throw it up at the cover, put it in a frame, sell it for $1,000, $1,500, whatever you want. It's great.
Oh, that's nuts, dude. Detective Comics. This pisses me off. Newsprint facsimile. Sells for $305 for the newsprint facsimile.
I'm so tired of these fucking people, dude.
But this isn't, I think this is made by DC, right? This is one that's made by DC, I hope.
I don't think so. Go to the description.
Detectives Comics.
See what all this
Complete
crap.
newsprint facsimile with
Publication
soft
year
cover,
1939.
soft gloss, iconic cover. Yeah, you can't put 1939 because that didn't come out in 1939.
Golden Age 1939. Yeah, it's all complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck this person. Go to see what else they're selling.
Let's take a look.
Oh, do we have a new enemy?
We might. Might have a new Imagination Inc. out there.
Patty snakes. Yeah, first off, fuck snakes. Also, I love dogs. People named Patty aren't that bad.
Yeah, they're all
Oh, it's a
newsprint
scratch.
facsimiles.
Oh, here you go.
They're all newsprint facsimiles, and look how much they're making off them. Holy cow!
Ah, dude, those are their friends bidding on those. Like, just a bullshit account.
That's sad. That is sad. All right, Famous Funnies #212. I love this cover, you guys, and I want to own one day. You guys know I collect UFO covers and alien covers. This is a Frazetta, you guys. Look how beautiful this is. Famous Funnies #212, Frazetta cover. UFOs and aliens and the moon and space. It's right down my alley. Beautiful. Gorgeous. 5.0 sold for $3,400.
Love it, man. Frazetta and UFO. Those are two words that'll be great. Forever.
Beautiful, dude. Absolutely gorgeous. This is cool. More original artwork. But has anybody ever heard of Elfheim? I've never heard of Elfheim. That could be a big book. For original artwork for cover of issue 3, and look at it. It's like drawn on with like marker and stuff. Like that's the original artwork for it.
That's pretty crazy,
right?
Oh yeah,
$380 Canadian.
Dude, just for the amount of time it took whoever that was to do that shit, that seems like a good deal.
Yeah. All right, this is pretty cool right here. This guy sold so many freaking mint in box Transformers, you guys are going to trip on this. This guy, I don't know if he was smart to sell them all at once. I would trickle them out slowly because you're going to destroy, like, there's not going to be enough people out there to buy them all. Look at all these that he sold. And he still got ones for sale, you guys. 1580, 1580, 1580, 22 bids, 20 bids, 23 bids. When do you see all these? What the hell's going on here? I got too many things going on. I probably have too many going. Let me get rid of some of these. Come on, let's go. 1730. 2000, still going. 25 bids, 10 minutes left. 292. He's got every Transformer. Look, here's the freaking Jetfire, unopened. Almost $3,000, 49 bids. He's got every Transformer. $5,000. Look at this. Headmaster Fortress, Maximus, unopened. $5,000. It's got 10 minutes left. These are all have 10 minutes left on them. 1580, 1232, 1055. Look at all these.
Dude, this is classic 40-year-old virgin. You made me sell my toys and I didn't want to. Right? This guy finally got some tail. Right? He finally got a girl that was moving into his apartment, found out how much his shit was worth. And then now he has to sell all his Transformers for vagina.
Bro, look at all of this. Triptychon unopened. Scorponok unopened. He's got them all. What is going on here? What is going on with my damn internet?
What was it called? Mine was just fucking up too. We live about 360 miles away from each other.
Let's try and come back to that. All right, next. Homies. Look at this. I've never seen this. It is a light. Homies light box in practically brand new condition in working shape. It's like a little light box. See it? All right. OG, old school.
Yeah.
Look how much
it's a light box?
Yeah. It's a light box. It's got an image, and then you turn. It sold for $1,525.
That's pretty cool.
Nuts. All right. We're waiting for the other one to show up. All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right. You guys know I always talk about Grail Ninja Turtles figures. This had to have been a buy it now. One bid for $750. Multiple figures. Look at the two figures that are there's just two figures on here, mint on card, unpunched that sell for 5 times this $750. There's one of the Jordans and two of the Jordans. Slam Dawn and Slam Dawn. There's two of them. There is. Are you kidding me, dude? Whoever got this, I hope that they get it. They're unpunched, on card. There is right there a Shell Slamming Mike. Like, these are all Grail figures, and two of the biggest Grails right there. There's two of them. $750.
So, decent deal, huh?
You guys, you don't even have to go to the garage sales and the flea markets to make money. Just scour eBay and make buys like this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. How about
do both,
this?
But yeah.
Andy Warhol Foundation had a sale that went to charity. And what did they sell? They sold original Polaroid photographs that he took at parties. Look at this. $4,000 for a photograph of Lee Radswell. $10,000 for an original line drawing of a male portrait. There's more. Here's a Polaroid of Jay Johnson, Donna Jordan for $2,400. Here's a Polaroid of Debbie Harry for $8,000. Here's one of Annie Leibovitz they're each taking each other's photos for $7,300. $7,000 for Leo Castelli photograph. $2,000 for some Billy Boy. $7,000 for Mick Jagger and Marina Schiano. There is Truman Capote Polaroid, so for $8,000. This is like straight history. Here's one, John Michael Basquiat Polaroid, $10,000. There's Bob Dylan.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, this is history right here. Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, True Confessions, $4,000. Here's Jonas Mekas, 2,500. I mean, it just keeps going. $4,000. Hollywood Woodlawn, Jed Johnson, $4,000. Candy Darling, 3,200. Nico, 5,200. Paige Powell, 5,500. 6,600 from Marsha P. Johnson. $7,000 for the Rolling Stones. $6,000.
He had an eye. I don't know how they prove this shit, by the way.
Did you
I haven't
see
seen
that?
the company, but
Look at that. Sylvester Stallone.
He got Sly in a sex pose at a party or something like that.
1979, dude. $9,000.
Doesn't even look like a Polaroid.
This is crazy, bro. Johnny Versace, $5,000.
Who is the seller, dude?
This is
How
the
did this
Andy
just come to
Warhol
light, like,
Foundation.
yesterday?
This is the Andy Warhol Foundation.
So we just gotta believe him.
I think that look at that. Arnold Schwarzenegger,
You
$9,000.
got all of them to take their shirts off.
You know, it was a lot of cocaine back then, man. A lot of cocaine. There's
What
a
now, man?
self-portrait. $18,000 for a self-portrait.
I like how he looked away on the selfie.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, the first gay movie ever, probably. That's Andy Warhol.
I
Rare.
wouldn't go that far.
Maybe it might be. Who knows? Anyways, that's craziness, man. Let's see if we can get this to load. Because this guy sold the craziest shit ever. It's not going to load. My internet's not working. Well, if you guys would have seen the stuff that guy was selling, you guys would shit yourselves. That is the market report. Collectibles market report for April 5th, 23. Sean, what do you got coming up? You got anything coming up this weekend?
This golf tournament. And then the temperature is gonna almost hit 80 on Saturday, and it's gonna hit over 80s on Sunday. And I'm gonna go on a pontoon boat after those things because I'm not facing tornadoes here in California.
Yeah.
I'm gonna congratulate the Clippers on taking out the Lakers for the 11th time in a row, and they're undefeated against them for 3 seasons now. That happened about half an hour ago. And yeah, nothing else really coming up. That's about it. Maybe Las Vegas Con, which is the end of April. Memorial Day punk rock bowling in Vegas. So it's a 3-day punk rock festival downtown Vegas. So I'll be at those things. But that's all I have going on.
Not bad. Not bad.
In life. Yeah.
I wonder what I got going on. I have going on, let's see here. I've got tomorrow night, we have got Bogcast, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys don't know, the Bogcast is back. It is back on YouTube. We're rocking. It's nice. And this week we have, last week we did the Bobby Lee thing, and it was pretty interesting to talk about that with everybody. This week, Bert Kreischer roasted on OnlyFans, and Kennedy and UFOs. We do a nice little callback to some interesting Kennedy evidence that one of the reasons he was killed was because he was going to reveal information about UFOs and aliens. So that's tomorrow night, you guys. Come hang out with us on YouTube. First half of the show is always on YouTube. Second half of the show is always on Rumble. If you want to watch the whole show without jumping from YouTube to Rumble, you can watch us on the Discord, the Beyond Wednesdays Discord. Link is in the description below. Go check it out. You guys can call into any show through the Discord on every show that I do for Beyond Wednesdays. And the Bogcast I put in the stage, and then for each show we have Modern Comic Mayhem stage and different types of threads. We have the Wednesday night show stage and different types of threads. We have the Bogcast stage and different types of threads. So jump in, tell us what strain you're smoking, and let us know if you have any cool UFO stuff. Brad dropped some information about the alien mothership talk from the government, which is kind of interesting. We also have the niche comic collecting, you guys. We're adding stuff all the time. We have the Creator's First skull covers, bondage covers, innuendo covers, alien covers, and UFO covers. horror covers, full moon, bubblegum, Marvel frame covers, homage covers, glow in the dark covers, all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. Put in some cool information. Put in some stuff that you love, and enjoy the Discord. It's a cool community, and we're all having fun doing it. So come check us out. You guys can find links to the Rumble and the Kick Beyond Wednesdays accounts. Please go sign up, you guys. If you guys are fans of Beyond Wednesdays, do me a favor. Go follow the Rumble and the Kick accounts listed below. YouTube is back to their bullshit, and it doesn't look good for content creators. So when YouTube banned the Bogcast for 3 months, we were lucky enough to have followers on Rumble. But because Beyond Wednesdays doesn't have enough followers to stream live, if Beyond Wednesdays gets banned, we have no place to stream live to. So please go give us a follow on Rumble and Kick. It's very easy to sign up. Rumble is doing some amazing things and giving away some amazing stuff. So go sign up over there, and if nothing, just to follow us and support us if anything happens with YouTube. And yeah, that being said, much love to everybody. Come hang out with us Friday night, Saturday night. The Drama Alert Report, Comic Book Drama Alert Report will continue. So make sure you guys go check it out. And that being said, we're out of here. Much love, you guys. Peace.